DJ Ham does it.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. My apologies. We were in chambers a little bit longer than necessary. I will not tell you guys why. Tiff was 30 minutes late. I was also insulted by the prosecutors as well. I'm not feeling great, to be honest with you.
Your Honor, my sincerest apologies.
And then he proceeds to cut me off. Mr. Williams also smoking in chambers.
Wow.
As was Prosecutor CJ.
Wow.
The seemingly very professionals here happen to be Prosecutastic.
Brother.
And Prosecutor Aaron, aka TWR.
Niggas.
Although his soundbite says otherwise.
Niggas don't necessarily.
Prosecutor Aaron, they also sent me this to try to skew my view of you. What do you have to say about this right here?
Standard that he set for himself, and a man's ceiling. I was in the midst of being cut off, and I was vehement about finishing my statement.
Okay.
Shit like that.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Salute to the 100 people in the building, and we have 52 likes. Not terrible. Please hit the like button. That helps the channel the most. Let me do a couple of things. Shout out to everybody in the building, in the chat. Let's get it popping, man. This should be interesting. Mr. Williams is on trial today. The prosecution and the defense have done a great job preparing their argument. Mr. Williams himself has been accused of being a simp. CJ and Prosecutastic are here to prove that very point. He actually elected his defense team. Defense attorney Aaron was a prosecutor just last week, which is slightly alarming, but on YouTube, shit happens. Tiff was a jury member just last week. Now she is elected to be on his defense team.
Shit like that.
So this shall be interesting, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Mr. Williams, I'll give you one opportunity. Do you believe that you are guilty or innocent of these crimes?
I am innocent.
Okay. Opening statements.
Yes, Your Honor, quite quickly before we start the proceedings.
Yes, sir.
We want to make the court and the jury aware that we have offered plea deals to the defendant. And if he does not accept the plea deal and goes on forward with these charges, okay, we will be seeking the full sentencing.
And just remind the courtroom, what is the max sentence that he can receive?
Lifetime of symmetry, sir. Lifetime, no coming back. No, absolutely no regard in male conversations, and just, hey, he will be the delegated simp from here on out.
Indeed.
Forthgoing.
And if there's no women on the panel, he won't be able to join either.
Sounds good to me, Your Honor.
I was never submitted any of this.
Your counsel, go with your counsel. We submitted it to your counsel. I don't know. And one of your counsel said somehow their iPhone and their phone wasn't linked. So hey, I blame her.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. And because essentially, Mr. Williams, if you are relegated to a lifetime of sympatry, there would be no need for you to be on a panel when it's all men. There's nobody to simp for.
I don't simp.
Well, that's TBD today.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Prosecute Tastic in the building.
Brother.
Opening statement, sir.
Well, Your Honor, I'd actually like my my co-counsel to go first. You know, it'll be his first shot. One of these days he might be taking over as lead district attorney for the state. So we will let him open it up and I'll follow.
Understood. Prosecutor CJ.
Your Honor, members of the jury, today my co-counsel and I intend to demonstrate that Mr. Playboy Williams' actions and behaviors does not align with the Playboy, as his namesake might suggest. But in fact, his behaviors and actions are clearly aligned with the modern definition of simp. Throughout this trial, I will present evidence and testimony that illustrate his consistent and unquestioning devotion to women, going above and beyond in ways to surpass logic, reason, and mutual respect. Now, we will examine patterns of behavior that show Mr. Williams prioritizing the attention, approval, and affection of another person over his own well-being, his own dignity, and common sense. And by the end of this case, it will be unmistakably clear that his actions fit the cultural understanding of the term simp. I rest.
Perfect.
Wow. Pretty impressive. Oh, sorry, I gotta hold back my commentary. Prosecute Tastic.
Brother.
Your Honor, first off, thank you for acknowledging my co-counsel's great opening statement. He did quite a good job for it being his first time on the job. Now, as we move forward, and as my co-counsel has stated, the jury will be aware that the defendant here has repeatedly on this very courtroom pretty much made himself guilty. All of the evidence that we're coming from and we'll be providing today in these exhibits will be from this very courtroom. Several of like his self-admittance of his sympatry. Okay. So quite simply, Your Honor, this is that's why I tried to, again, offer him the plea deal, right? But he said for some reason, he thinks he's going to be able to beat these charges. And after we start giving the evidence, it's going to be beyond the shadow of a doubt that this man's guilty.
What? Sorry, I should have asked this earlier. What was the plea?
Oh, the plea deal. Just the plea would have been, we'll say about 90 days of confinement, absence from the court, and then after that, everything would just move along. But hey, 90 days versus lifetime sympatry. Hey, who can beat that?
Indeed.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Woo! Man, oh man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Salute to J. Ali. I think that's her second channel. Salute. Demetrius was popping. Appreciate you. Oh, this is actually perfect. So to Demetrius Parham for the first 20 ball of the day. Mr. Williams, maybe you need to draw some inspiration from this man here. Didn't fit. Marcus Evans with the $5 says, happy Monday, everyone. Let's get it. And no double talking today, please. Y'all have a good show. Marcus Evans with the $2 says, and it's my birthday. Sagittarius season is here. Salute, my G. We proud of you for getting older, man. Ray, salute.
Perfect.
Ray must have renewed. So my brother Ray Midnight in a building, renewing that membership. Ali with the $2 says, how much to drop the simp? Well, Ali, it's still in limbo, right? It hasn't been clearly determined as of yet. Marcus Evans with the $5. And by the way, Playboy Williams is cool people, but he does act like a simp sometimes. Just saying. Lauren Mack gifted 5 memberships. Uh-huh. Salute. Whoever got blessed, salute my brother Dre and Lauren for gifting the 6 memberships. Whoever got blessed with one, please maintain it. Aaron with the $2 says, CJ been watching SVU all weekend. We're now here opening arguments from the defense. TWR and Associates, who's going first? He on mute. Good God Almighty.
As my co-attorney has been given the documents in discovery, I'll let her proceed with the opening remarks.
So we want to acknowledge the court and address these trumped up charges. I understand that the other side of counsel is trying to say that there's a behavior that may resemble simpism, but they never defined what a simp would be. Mr. Williams, per documentation and meaning, he's not a simp. He's a gentleman. We'll be able to prove that the 2 other litigants are evildoers. They are nasty people. They have a record of being aggressive towards gentlemen like Mr. William and my co-counsel, Mr. Aaron. I believe as we prove the case of the difference of a simp and a gentleman, we'll find that those 2 Black men over there don't like other Black men. They're causing them harm. They're causing them despair, and they're actually affecting their health. I think today, once the court shows all of the information, we will see that both of those evildoers put trumped up charges on my client. They have no proof, and we're able to show that there is a pattern of them being very hostile to Mr. Williams because he's a gentleman, and they are gutter snipers.
Thank you, Attorney Tiffocracy. TWR and Associates, opening statement, please.
So my opening statements are pretty clear. The allegations against my client are that he's a simp. Once we define exactly what a simp is, I believe it'll become very clear to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury and the judge of this court that he simply does not fit the description. A behavior does not indicate a person's identity, even if that behavior may be perpetrated more than once. That does not demark who that person is unless they've exhibited an extreme amount of recurrence with no other behavior to counteract the behavior in question. I think you'll find my client to be innocent of charges of being a simp and those charges alone.
Wow.
Damn, man, I'm nervous, Mr. Williams. And I ain't even on trial. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. I'm going to read these 2 super chats, and then we'll have the defense present their first exhibits and arguments, and we'll allow the prosecution to cross. Good enough? Makes sense?
Correct, Your Honor. Yep, makes sense.
Okay.
Shit like that.
Shit like that in the courtroom is crazy, but we'll be all right. Vet Life with the 20 ball says, salute Hamp and counsel.
Shit like that.
I'm fully confident in a guilty verdict.
Brother.
Justice will prevail. Still love you, Mr. Williams, but your simping has been egregious. PJ with the 20 ball says the real simps are dudes who waste time worrying, whining, and complaining about everything women do because they're unhappy with their experiences rather than focusing on self and being the best version of themselves. Man, it's a mixed jury today, man. To the gallows. Tifocracy is on deck. Would you like me to share your screen?
Yes, Judge, please. If we'll go up to so we're here today to try to confirm if Mr. Williams is a simp. I think the lack of CJ and counsel being able to put forth a definition will be why my client is cleared. In simple terms, what does a simp mean? It's describing someone who shows excessive sympathy and attention towards another person that typically does not receive the same reciprocal feelings and or pursuit or a sexual relationship. We know that that can't be Mr. Williams because he is happily he's partnered, and he also is given the same energy back from the females and the women of the Might Be Risky crew. When we talk about what is a simp, again, it's talking about someone that goes above, beyond, to flatter, to placate, treating them like they're royalty. And this treatment is one-sided and unreciprocated. There's not a time where Mr. Will has proven to be above, trying to flatter and or get favor with the person. Today, we're going to just understand that Mr. Williams is a gentleman. And I understand that the other EXQs do not understand it as a foreign idea to them, but a gentleman has good manners and etiquette, and they're able to give a positive impression in a professional setting. They are able to increase their self-esteem, they develop self-control, they're extremely mindful, and they help other people become more confident in themselves and their abilities. Again, to the two prosecuting attorneys, they have no idea what a man or a gentleman is. A gentleman does not gossip, he doesn't spread rumors, he's not speaking ill of others, he's always protective in integrity of both himself and his surroundings. We know that he's raising a child of his son, of his brother. We know that he has a very healthy co-partner relationship.
Well, Attorney Tifocracy.
Yes.
Are you going to ask him some questions now that you've laid out the definition of the simp?
Absolutely.
You've also
Your Honor, Your Honor, objection, Your Honor. Again, I'm glad you stepped in before I stepped in. Your Honor, objection. If the defense continues to accost the name of me and my co-counsel, I will be forced to treat her as hostile. Okay, I don't think we want that as a courtroom. So please, counsel, stick to your defendant and stop talking about the prosecution. Okay.
So what I understand your objection. However, it has been overruled.
Your Honor, just respectfully, as long as you allow the prosecution the same, I have no problems. I have no quarrels.
Well, what I see, the reason why I'm allowing it is because he's trying to show just how much he is in the simp and the other side that seems to take exception with the Mr. Williams. In order to do that, she's using tangible assets such as you and your co-counsel here.
Roger that, Your Honor.
Mr. Will, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm fantastic. So happy to have you in court. Could you, if you would, please tell me what you believe a simp is?
Simp to me actually would be trying to have a sexual or affectionate relationship with a woman, and also what the prosecutors are trying to do to me, hate on another black man.
I understand, Mr. Williams. It's very hard out here for a black man, and I want to make sure that we represent you well today. Let me ask you a question. You said you believe that it was trying to get let's say, favor from another counterpart. You are in a healthy relationship. Can you confirm that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you guys are both settled and happy?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any desire to make a connection with any woman outside of her?
No, ma'am.
Thank you so much. If and when do you believe that by proxy of your kindness, you have trumped up charges?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Could you tell me
I'm
what you
mad
think?
'cause I won't disrespect women on the panels.
Absolutely, I agree. There's a pattern of that. So would you tell me what you believe kindness to be?
Just to be respectful, not to call people out their names and you ad hominems. I will never go against women when it comes to that type of behavior. I will always respect them as if they are my mother.
So you believe that your capacity to be a gentleman is being used against you because others may not have the same skill set as you?
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely fantastic. Is there any way that we could agree that potentially one of the people filing charges against you has a pattern of behavior that's a bit hostile to them?
Yes, ma'am.
Fantastic. If I were to show you a couple of documents, would you be able to confirm and identify if that person was in the court currently?
Yes, ma'am.
Fantastic. If you give me just 1 second, we're going to go to the exhibit. Here's exhibit 1. Are we able to see that? Do you see the two co-counsels? Is that showing?
Yes, ma'am.
So if we go above, we talk about that both of these evildoers, first of all, are both boxers. They're known to beat up people, beat up men. We know that there's a BBL CJ who has a whiny voice. And then we have
Objection, Your Honor, irrelevance.
the relevance is, again, as I'm talking, notice he responded, sir. Like
what is the relevant? What is the relevance?
No.
The topic in his behavior, as he just showed, where he's unable to control himself.
No,
He's childish.
of the co-counsel's voice. What is the relevance?
Yeah,
of
the
his
what? Why
voice?
you're
The
alleging that he has a BBL
The
because his
octave.
voice?
No. He doesn't have one. We need to get him one. His voice is very soft. It's very
Your Honor.
demure.
Your Honor.
And we want to ensure. Why am I being interrupted by the court?
The court didn't interrupt you yet.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So what I want us to understand and see is that both co-counsels are jealous of the fact that Mr. Williams is kind. He's caring. They're false accusations. They cannot show me a time when Mr. Williams was simping for a woman. He was not giving too much attention and affection. He's not giving gifts. He's not doing acts of service. He's not seeking validation from women. He's not giving excessive behavior of insecurity or low self-esteem. He just happens to be a gentleman. So Mr. Williams is no simp. He's simply a gentleman. He is well-behaved. He has a good social position. He is noble in how he acts, and he's extremely polite. And I understand that these monstrous men may not be able to acknowledge and understand it, but they're literally taking from him for being a good man and a good person. I'd like to demonstrate the behavior really quick with 3 small clips that will confirm how these co-defendants, these other ESQs, behave. The first one I like ESQ, SQE, KRS1, KMS1.
I don't understand what an ESQ is.
A lawyer, ESQ.
Esquire.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
So we're going to start right here. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're submitting this into evidence, correct?
Yes.
Go ahead. We can't see it. You're sharing the document. You have to.
They're and the same, beauty is subjective. That's another fallacy. Beauty is not subjective. That's why we have That's why we have the golden ratio, the Fibonacci
right.
equation.
That's right.
You can look at
That's
facial
right.
symmetry and see that
That's right.
beautiful people, you can map their facial structure, and it goes to a mathematical calculation.
Oh yeah.
Beauty is universal. And the
Yep.
thing is, we're talking about Black women. They are on the opposite end of the spectrum on all ranks. Facial symmetry, even to the way to Black women are starting to look more masculine. And this one, you start putting on additional makeup and
Objection, Your Honor.
those other kind of stuff to where guys are just
Pause the
saying,
video for a second.
"Yeah, man, you're not even."
Attorney Tiffocracy.
Relevance.
If you would allow me to continue to let the evidence unfold, I think we'll be able to get.
And what is this piece of evidence here showing?
So the co-counsels have proven to have a hostile demeanor towards men, particularly Black men, that are kind to Black women. So I want to bring in examples of some hostility or misinformation that, per proof, both have aligned themselves with. This is non-biased. It's not their
Objection,
information,
Your
but
Honor.
they do confirm and agree with it. But if
So
there's only
So
30
this is this is someone else talking.
nope, this
Yes.
again, if you'll allow me to finish presenting, I'm going to tie it all the way in.
Okay. How many videos do you have?
We only
Attorney?
have 2 more videos and they're both short.
All right. So right now, I'm not hearing enough in this video for it to be relevant. Does anything in this video, anything in this video going to resonate with us in terms of the point you're trying to prove?
The hostility towards Black women and
Objection, Your Honor. Speculation.
Okay. I
speculation?
didn't. He sounds like he's talking to a man in this clip here.
No,
That is
he's
neither
talking
one,
about the-
neither
he's
me
talking
nor
about
my co-counsel.
Hold on, Procutastic. Go ahead. He seems like he's talking to a man here. So what is this exhibiting?
Am I able to respond, or is that man going to continue to talk over me?
He's not gonna say anything.
Okay, fantastic. I'd like for us to be able to tie in behaviors and mindsets that are not healthy, and because they may be polluted by influence by some content creators, they're unable to understand the kindness and being a gentleman that Mr. Williams is and always is. I believe they've been indoctrinated. I believe that they're agents of chaos.
So are you showing? Well, so what I'm asking, are you showing the level of indoctrination and where it came from?
Yes.
But do you have exhibits of them actually showing the behavior?
So
because I'm allowing it because you're trying to show what they're trying to call Mr. Williams a simp for is actually because they're so far on the other side.
Correct.
So I understand that. However, do you have any exhibits of them showing the behavior, not someone else saying and them emulating that behavior?
So let's talk about the agents of chaos, Fanny and BBLCG, aka Tiny.
So Your Honor, respectfully, Your Honor, before we move
here,
on,
we have Black men.
One second, Attorney Tiff, go ahead, Procutastic.
Yeah. So Your Honor, as you so eloquently pointed out, the previous exhibit had absolutely nothing to do with the case being made. So we will ask for that evidence to be stricken from the record. Please.
Yeah. I'd ask the court to suspend that judgment until the end and see if it's viable. If it's not viable evidence, we are fine with you striking it. But until we finish presenting our case, I'd like for you to hold.
Does it work that way?
All right. So, Placido, leave me alone. Yeah. So that piece of evidence, because I did not see the relevance, jury. There's 300 of you guys here, which is a nasty work to have a jury that large. That will be stricken from the record.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you did ask how I could tie that in, and I just want to
now I do see that I do see Mr. Fantastic or Prosecutastic on 2 thumbnails.
So I just want to go through and acknowledge a pattern of behavior, because again, the agents of chaos, Attorney Fanny and Attorney BBL CJ. If we look at some of these titles, they
Your
are
Honor, that's not my name, Your Honor.
Black men dividing the 4 words.
Your Honor.
Wait, all right, hold on.
Fantastic. If
Your
we go
Honor,
to our
if she would,
Doberman right here,
Your
where we
Honor.
can see this
Yeah.
man, poor Chad, is that CJ BBL being very aggressive. If
Your
we
Honor,
go to
again,
Mr.
she
Fantastic,
disrespects me in the
the
court by calling
Williams,
me out of my name, Your
he
Honor.
wants to. We had a have.
Do you hear my gavel?
I do. Judge, I want to thank you for stopping at a perfect point.
Be
because-
quiet, attorney. Do you hear this? Don't make me bring my bailiff in this motherfucker. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, I forgot where I was at for a second. Apologies. Okay, when you hear this, hush. Okay.
I apologize, Judge. I understand.
Now, although I may agree that his voice is lighter than it should be, his name is not BBLCJ. Okay.
Tiny voice.
He's an attorney. He's an esquire, just as you pointed out before.
Tiny voice. That's how I'm addressing him.
Okay.
Yes.
His name
Judge.
he's an attorney. Respect the fact that he earned that YouTube law degree from having arguments on panels.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I love that he went to DeVry.
Damn it.
Again, Your Honor, with the shots, Your Honor.
Okay. There will be shots here and there. I do allow certain shots. As you can see, I've been cursing, and we also have
Shit like that. Shit like
you
that.
know, so we do things a tad bit differently. But BBLCG, he's an attorney today,
Okay.
Attorney Tiff.
So you did let the court recognize that he was addressed as BBLCJ, and I will acknowledge it as Esquire BBLCJ. As a matter of fact, I wanted you to look and see this look of concern that when he makes arguments, it's often shown. If we look to the right, there is a whole
Your Honor, approach.
that was available for him.
Approach, Your Honor.
If we look again, here's Mr. Fantastic. He's been on your channel quite a bit, Judge. He seems to have a really deep history of not particularly caring for women and or showing kindness. He said married men are the ultimate simps. That's him in that. If we go down, we have again, oh my God, Jace and the monster known as CJ, BBLCJ, this poor white man.
Your Honor, relevance.
Over here.
Objection, Your Honor.
Then if we
Objection.
go here to again,
Objection.
you see the aggressiveness.
Objection.
Is displayed.
All right, hold on. All right, wait.
You're right.
Relevant.
That's why I've been
Man.
I just want to
Relevant.
show that.
So,
both of
Attorney
okay,
Tiff, you're gonna have to stop. All right, slow down a second now. What is the relevance of him beating the shit out of a white man?
when we were watching and when I was trying to show Kevin Samuels in a sense of when a person is aggressive towards
Now
black
remember,
women,
don't be sneaky.
no,
That was struck from the record. Now
you're
you trying
absolutely
to
right, Judge. I apologize.
now
I
stop.
apologize.
Now you trying to bring it back in. That's insulting to the court, right?
I apologize.
You try to make mention of it. It was already struck. Okay.
I just
Now,
want to show
I'm allowing this to come in because you're showing the gentleman and their potential alleged agenda, and you're showing the vast difference between a gentleman and someone who doesn't like when gentlemen exist.
Yes, sir. Yes, Judge.
Now,
Thank you.
you've been testifying, but I need to let a level of it in so we can understand the difference.
Mr.
But don't
Williams,
think that I'm fooled.
Mr. Williams, are you able
They
to
don't
see-
call me Judge Stampede for nothing. All right. Ask him some
Mr.
questions.
Williams, are you able to see the documents?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you read what that says for me, please, sir?
Mr. Fantastic versus Yana.
Could you go down to the next one?
Roll versus Fantastic.
Could you read this for me, please, sir?
What part? Oh, Mr. Fantastic versus Osa.
And could you read the next one, please, sir?
It still just has Mr. Fantastic versus Osa.
Go down, look at the next one.
You go.
Do you see
Use your
Mr.
mouse.
Fantastic versus Will? Do you see that, Mr. Will? Mr. Williams,
Yeah.
right up under you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I see that.
Okay, could you read this for me, please? Could you read this identifier? Tell me what's the name of this. What does this say right here?
Pardon me,
I can't
Counselor.
read those words.
Pardon me, Counselor. Your Honor, I'd like to request a little latitude for my client's lack of vision. Would you allow him to wear his glasses only to read documents, even though they have a tint to them?
That's fine.
Appreciate it,
Thank
Your
you,
Honor.
co-counsel. Thank you.
I still wouldn't be able to see it, though. I don't think.
Mr. Williams, what do you see here? Just whatever you can make out. Just let me know what you can see.
I just see Mr. Fantastic 824. I can't.
Okay. Can you identify the errors? They're pointing down to a particular positioning. Could you read that part to me right now?
I can't read it.
It's the 1, 2, 3. Judge, are you okay if I read this for him?
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. William, if you look and see, it says black men are nagging black men. It has an issue with studs as well. Again, here's this physical activity. We're going to the next. Can you see at the top? What do you see, Mr. Williams? Tell me what you see.
Mr. Fantastic ain't having it. Mr. Fantastic versus Tifocracy.
Fantastic. What does the next one say?
Says he says he hates women.
The next one.
Objection.
There's no objection, sir. These are all evidence. I sent the information available. Mr. Will, if you will go one more
Okay.
time. 1 second, Judge. If you will just I can wrap this up. Just let him come
Yeah,
right
you can
here.
wrap it soon because you
No,
got to tie
we're
it
gonna
back
do that.
in.
We're
Now
gonna
here's
land
the
plane.
key, Attorney
Yes.
Tiff. You
Yes.
have to tie it in. Okay.
Got you. So,
Okay.
Mr. Will, can you read these last 2 slides?
I can only see the title. He made it look easy. Mr.
Okay.
Fantastic. The biggest.
No Diddy moment in TBR history. So they wanted the co-counsel came in and he talked about a pattern of behavior. What I want you to understand, and there is a pattern of behavior, but it's not yours. It's of the opposing counsel. They have been rude. They clearly have an issue with dealing with women, and they are going to be biased to a gentleman that comes in and he's kind and nice. The other thing that we have to address is because you are father, correct, Mr. Williams?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have daughters, Mr. Williams?
Yeah.
Could you tell me how you feel about your daughters?
I love them with all my heart, and I will not let any man disrespect them.
Let me play this for you and tell me if you agree with this, Mr. Williams.
The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. That if the white man will do whatever is necessary to see that his woman gets respect and protection, then you and I will never be recognized as men until we stand up like men.
And I love how he closed that out as standing up as men. Do you believe, because you have the capacity to stand as a man who loves women, who is caring, that attribute of who you are, they are punishing you? And not only are they punishing you, they are trying to kill you. Because what we do know is there's a science behind
Your Honor,
kindness.
objection.
Yeah. What's your objection?
Objection. Accusatory, unfounded statements of murder by the prosecution.
Sustained.
We've never threatened this man's life. We've never approached him in violence.
Sustained.
The desire to allow him to be less than kind will have health risk averse. So,
Sustained. It's sustained already.
Mr. Williams, how old are you, sir?
48.
48. And do you feel like you're in pretty good health?
Yes.
Do you believe that kindness and being a gentleman attributes to the wellness that you have right now?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Objection. Speculation.
Mr. Williams, if the attorney will not badger you, could you read this for me? Let me ensure that you see it at mid sentence. Can you see what that says? It starts with a K.
You can't see it.
Okay. How about now?
No. It's too small.
Oh, it's too small. Okay. I'm going to help.
What's the question behind it though?
The question behind it is kindness is an actual chemical.
Well, I mean, ask him a question.
He's confirmed that he is kind, and his kindness has a scientific benefit of him not being a simp, but being a gentleman.
Objection.
What's the objection?
A speculation. You cannot ask of course, the client is going to, he is not a medical doctor. He does not have any type of certification to verify. She's asking a medical question to a person that is not a medical professional. So objection.
May I respond?
No. So do you have a professional witness of any kind to validate the slide here about kindness being a chemical?
Well, I have the documentation from the SSM help, and it's regulated. I've provided the link. I've provided the statistics. So I went a slide up so you can see that it's not an opinion. It's science.
Do you have anything to prove that Mr. Williams is indeed kind?
Yes,
absolutely. Because and this is the kicker, Judge. Because
Your Honor, if I may. Your Honor, if I may, Your Honor, you're on the right path, Your Honor. She would have to have a medical professional here or a diagnosis from the medical professional, be he here present or have some type of some medical documentation signed by that doctor saying that he is indeed kind. We cannot.
Yeah, you have to have tangible proof.
And I
a doctor on site.
So,
or do you have anything showing Mr. Williams being kind?
Are we able to see? Are we seeing a tab that may have the judge, myself, my client, a gentleman Nick Kalfo? Do you see that slide?
Yes.
Is this slide, before we continue, Your Honor, before she's even admits it to the court, is this slide signed by any type of medical doctor or professional?
That's not what you asked.
All right, stricken from the record.
Well, let me see. I want to. Is this a slide? Is it a video?
It is not a video. We can pull the video up. What I wanted to show is earlier, lawyer BBL CJ said that there was a behavior of pushing and trying to have an agenda and not be accountable. And I wanted to show that the witness is not available today, but I believe it might have been on Friday. You had a woman in the court, and Mr. Williams was definitely holding a particular person accountable for their behaviors. A strong coaching happened, a identification of behaviors that should not be exhibited was going on. And I just wanted to show there is a timestamp of this was just Friday the 29th. This was just Friday. Judge, it's Monday. So he got out of court. He went the weekend to spend with his children, his wife, the women but he doesn't have a pattern of succumbing and or trying to placate to women because he has a history.
Is the witness available?
Pardon?
Is the witness, the person that was involved, are they available?
She went into witness protection. She was not keeping it consistent. She wasn't keeping it cute and mute. So we'll have to get back with that.
Have the last exhibit stricken from the record, Your Honor.
Yeah. So Tiff, we would need first off, prosecutastic. God damn it. Now, we need the witness. If you can get that witness up, then I'll allow it. If you can get the witness in, okay. If you can find the witness to corroborate this, we'll put the witness on the stand to give their testimony, and we'll go from there.
Fantastic. So while I go out and try to contact that witness, if my co-counsel, the gentleman, Aaron, Big A, can come up and see if there's anything else that we can show and prove the gentleman that Mr. Will is. I do want to say,
what we'll do now is we'll get across from what you presented.
And
then we'll have TW. We'll have
Fantastic.
TWR present as well after.
I'll leave this slide up so that while they're trying to plead whatever and do whatever, we understand that both Mr. Will and the affirmed ESQ, Mr. Aaron, they quite understand what being a gentleman and a man looks like.
Please, Your Honor, do not leave any slides up while I get my cross-examination.
Okay.
Wow.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Vet Life in the building with the $5 says wrong part of the definition of a simp is seeks validation from women, even when they clearly wrong and have bad behavior. The glove fits, sir. Light skinned neighbor with the $2 says Esquire BBL CJ, get out the chat. Attorney, please stay out the chat. Ali with the $10 says Tiff is making the case against black men instead of defending William from being a simp. What this got to do with Malcolm X? The hostility in this courtroom from Williams' defense is profound. Jay Miller with the $2 says Tiff must be a public defender with the heavy caseload. Hank Deasy, what up though? Salute to Hank Deasy, my OG, been a member for 12 months. Daryl Long in the building, been a member for 1 month. Hank Deasy must have renewed. Salute to my OG Mike Brown in the building. Gifted 5 memberships. Salute, Mike. I appreciate you. Whoever got blessed one of those 5 memberships, please maintain it. He knows in the building. Perfect. Been a member for 12 months, man. Shit like that. Salute, my G. The court attire is very becoming. Big ups to DJ Hamp in the panel. Hit the like button.
Shit like that.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. We have 360 people in the building, and we have 166 likes. Do us a favor. Get out the chat real quick. Hit the like button. Come on back in, huh?
Brother.
Attorney CJ on deck.
Mr. Playboy Williams, I have the definition of simp via Google, and it states someone who shows excessive attention or sympathy to another person, usually someone who doesn't reciprocate those feelings. Do you agree with that definition?
No,
What would you consider a simp? What would you define a simp as?
because you left out one part of it, that they seek sexual affection and attention.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection. The prosecution is not on trial here. The yes or no questions, that's your answers. Please,
so unfortunately, prosecute Taskett, CJ asked an open-ended question of Mr. Williams' definition. Go ahead, Mr. Williams.
As I was saying, it is about having sexual favor, sexual attention, and and that type of thing. You're wanting a woman's affection and attention, and it would be different if I was in someone's DMs or anything like that.
Okay, Mr. Playboy Williams, how old are you, sir? If you don't mind restating for the court.
48.
48. Do you consider yourself a leader in your household?
Yes, I
The
am.
women in your life and the women you grew up with, would you consider them good women?
Yes.
Do you think most women are good women?
Yes, majority.
How long do you think is the proper time to vet someone?
It depends, but depends on how long you've known them.
What do you think? What would it be a good average time?
A year to 2 years.
A year to 2 years. If a woman is ready to be married, do you think you should have to push her to do it?
No.
No.
No, sir.
Do you think you should marry women that aren't ready to be married?
No, sir.
Okay. I have a couple exhibits I would like to share with the court. Let's go with exhibit.
Can I talk to my co-counsel real quick? Co-counsel, if you would, please. Judge, could you bring up my exhibit, please?
Yes, sir.
So as you see here, the definition that was given by the defense It is not the only definition of the word simp. If you look here again, the word simp is something that is of urban descent. It's something that's made up. It's colloquialism. Okay, and as it says here, someone who does way too much for a person they like. Other definitions of the crowdsourced online dictionary include a guy that is overly desperate for women, especially if she's a bad person or has expressed her disinterest in him, which he continues to obsess over. That doesn't necessarily mean the involvement or not involvement of sex. Okay, so sex is not, even if you're just giving, like you said yourself, and if the court would recall, you said you treat all women as your mother, sir. So, just saying, that's all I have, Your Honor.
I didn't
turn it back over to my co-counsel.
I didn't say I treat them that way. I said I give them that respect.
I'm sorry. Well, thank you for that correction, but same. Go ahead, co-counsel.
I would like to bring up Exhibit C, if you would, Your Honor.
Which does your co-counsel have it?
I believe yes, sir.
Oh, I have it. Okay, one second. Let's see.
Perfect.
But while we wait, I have another question for the defendant.
Here we go.
So,
all righty, 1 second. Let me share this.
So, Mr. Williams, do you consider the woman you're currently with a good woman?
Yes, sir.
And how long have you been with her?
6 months.
So, was that the proper time frame that you just previously stated as should be the vending time as 1 to 2 years? Do you think you took enough time to vet her?
Yes, because I've been knowing her for 20 years.
Okay, bring up my first exhibit.
You condense down the vetting process
that you have to get yourself together.
So they didn't know what they wanted.
No.
Do you think they were liabilities?
Yes.
What made them liabilities? That part or what else?
That part and the fact of just not being appreciative. No matter what you did, the goalpost kept moving. No matter what I did, I'm paying all the bills. I'm making sure that you don't have the stress about any of that, where you could get yourself together, where it keeps building us. If I allow you to get yourself together, and we got kids, we got all that, but I'm allowing you that freedom that you have to get yourself together, to become stable mentally, for me to reinforce you emotionally and everything. We should be living a comfortable life, so to speak.
So, okay. So, so do you agree, or what is your thought on women? Are majority of them liability or assets?
I would say majority are assets. I think it's the loud minority.
Can we go to my next exhibit, Exhibit B, sir?
Okay. Now, what does this exhibit specifically for the jury spell out?
This is just him stating that he believes most women are good women. That's all I want to make sure we have a clear understanding of.
And then just a little confirms with my co-counsel. He also turned right around in the next statement and said that they were liabilities. So this shows a lack of credibility, because he contradicted himself within the same statement in less than even 2 minutes of speech. Also, I think he said that he provided everything, so he was a 100% guy, and all the women had to do was be women, and that is prime simp behavior for the court, if they didn't know. But let's continue. Damn. 1 second.
Let's continue.
1 second. Let me bring the B. 1 second. 1 second. Forgive me, Your Honor. Just me and my co-counsel here, we're just trying to make sure we have everything in order.
So, Mr. Williams.
I'd like to. Oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me,
Judge.
I wanted to let you know the witness is available.
Well, that would have to wait till after our cross.
Hold on, Tiff.
Ask you,
Yeah, Tiff, you got to get on camera also.
they wasn't very descriptive either.
Mr. Williams, what would you what are good signs to vet for a good woman?
What are good signs to vet for women?
For a good woman, yeah.
For one, I mean that's one thing you have to do is have a conversation, but you need to pay attention to her home life, who she surrounds herself with. You need to find out if she has a career. Does she have stable income? Does she have a roof over her head? What does she provide for herself? And if she has children, her children also. So those are things to vet for. What type of religion is she? Does she believe in God or not?
Okay, and how many serious relationships have you had?
How many serious relationships I've had in 48
sir.
years?
Yes, sir.
I guess I would say about 3 or 4.
3 or 4. And have you ever been married, Mr. Williams?
Yes, I have.
How many times?
Twice.
Twice. And what would you consider their upbringing were like? You can answer separately if you would like.
Well, they both did come from 2-parent homes. Their fathers were both in the church. One was actually a minister. The other one was just heavy in the church.
So would you consider those good upbringings?
Yes.
And would you consider those good women?
Objection. Relevance.
What's the relevance, CJ?
Your Honor, I'm proving that he is willing to cape or to cape for women no matter what behavior they display.
Overruled. Go ahead. You need to get on camera, attorney.
Judge Hemp, the witness that you were looking for, is ready to appear.
Okay, you have to get on camera, attorney.
Mr. Williams.
You're not on camera, Tiff. That's what I'm saying.
I understand. Judge, would you just entertain it for a moment?
And
I'm just going to let the witness show it for herself.
Your Honor, she's interrupted my line of questioning, which is throwing off my.
What the hell is this?
Your Honor.
Your Honor. Your Honor. Your Honor. What is this?
All right, let him finish.
Your Honor, I need the bailiff. Your Honor, we need the bailiff to investigate this witness.
Hold on. Yo. All right, order. Before the witness goes on the stand, Mr. Williams is still being crossed. Go ahead, CJ.
Hey, hold on,
okay.
I have the exhibit back up. If you could please share that screen. Your Honor, I had no idea that Miss Cleo came out of retirement. What is going on here? I didn't know Miss Cleo watched this. Might be risky. What is going on? Oh, no. What is going on here?
Wow.
Yo, listen, man. Yo, listen. Let's go ahead, CJ.
2 of them, yeah.
And you still think the majority are Essex?
Yes. Because
I think the majority of liability.
I do know a lot of good women, though. Yeah.
Well, so Mr. Williams, I think Obstacles made a great observation is that the table is how you condense down the vetting process, right? So if we're having an hour conversation, what do I bring to the table means, you're trying to mine her out to see what she does, what she wants, what she doesn't want, what she does, what her likes are, dislikes, and things of that nature, which is why we present the table for the conversation. So I think that was a good observation. So yes, that is internet talk, and rightfully so, essentially.
Yeah.
But when you vetting, you do need to understand.
If you vet right and you both communicate, and that's the whole thing, having that talk to see where you are in life and what are the things that you want, I think that makes for a better fit for you.
Okay, so you're saying that with the first two, they didn't know what they wanted.
No.
Do you think they were liabilities?
Yes.
What made them liabilities? That part or what else?
That part and the fact of just not being appreciative. No matter what you did, the goalpost kept moving. No matter what I did. I'm paying all the bills. I'm making sure that you don't have to stress about any of that, where you could get yourself together, where it keeps building us. If you
properly and quote unquote choosing wrong, right? But
hell of a rapper, but the problem, good fathers.
That's not my fault because they decided to, you know what I mean, turn into motherfucking the Joker or motherfucking, you know, Thanos or some shit. No,
Fantastic.
it's not on me. Twice. Again, still, that's what I'm saying. Even in the twice situation, I mean, if he picked the same type of woman twice, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Pause it right there for me, Your Honor. Mr. Williams, so if you said your previous women you were with were good women and raised with good upbringings, so why did those relationships not work out?
We wasn't meant for each other. They're good mothers, though.
I didn't ask about their motherhood, Mr. Williams. I asked about them as people.
You wanted to know what type of women they were, whether they were good or not. They're great mothers.
So how long did it take you to find your person, Mr. Williams?
48 years.
48 years. And you've been with them for 6 months, as you say?
Yes.
And can you finish playing that video you're playing on co-counsel? You said
The judge has to reshare it. Hold on, my bad. Put it back up.
right from where you left off.
All right.
Your Honor, we need you, Your Honor. Oh, there you go.
I'm here.
Reshare the screen. If you pick the same woman, you make the same mistake twice. Yeah, but these two totally different motherfucking people, bro. Nah, and then too, that's that you.
Huh?
Now the second one I could
Don't die on that hill, Mr. Fantastic.
Look, bro.
One thing I could
Two
tell
of
you,
them things.
the second one,
Well, this is the
that
second one.
was a hell of a
I don't know
representative.
why the hell you getting remarried after the first time.
The second one was definitely a hell of a representative in that 2 years.
Pause it right there.
But the
You said the second wife was a hell of a representative for years. Am I correct?
Yeah.
How do you know the current relationship you're in, she isn't a representative?
Totally different woman. Totally different woman. Totally.
We understand that she's a different woman, but how do you know she's not representing a different person than who she is?
I know. By her heart, by her character, how she treats me, how she responds. She has common sense, discernment as well, and how she treats my child.
And you couldn't see that in the second wife.
She had qualities, but there was just a lot of things that I
Judge,
should have.
he's badgering the witness at this point. He's
You have to stop interrupting. You need to object and tell us why.
Objection.
Right now, the line of questioning. Re-ask the last question. CJ.
So you said, wait, I lost my track of my give me a moment, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
He lost his frame of mind because the question was bad.
He interjecting, but he wasn't badgering. He wasn't.
The question was, how does he know that this next I guess future wife will be different from the two previous wives? That was the question.
Oh, and one more thing, the fact that I'm in love with her.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
You interrupted my counsel when she was going on.
Mr. Williams, you have to answer the questions that are being asked.
Yes, sir.
Now,
how do I know? Because she's showing it. That's my answer.
How do you know this is not a representative?
Only time will tell, huh?
Your Honor, I would just like to make sure you have this is being court recorded by the court reporter, correct?
Say that last part again. I froze.
These proceedings are being recorded by a court reporter, correct?
That's correct.
Could we please get the defendant to restate his last answer, please, for the court?
Mm-hmm. Pose the question again so he can properly restate it based on the question being asked.
How do you know this one isn't a representative?
Because she's my best friend.
No, that's not. No.
Your Honor.
Restate the answer you gave, sir. No. Excuse me. Restate the answer you gave for the court, please.
I really can't because I was being a smartass, sir.
Well, sorry. That's not my problem, sir. Well, could you be a smart ass again for us and restate
Judge,
your original
badgering,
answer? That's
badgering.
not badgering. That is
He's
not
answered the
badgering.
question. Move forward,
Yeah.
please.
No,
Counsel.
he Tiff, you have to comply with the rules of the courtroom. Okay. Now, Mr. Williams, what was your answer? The original answer.
My original answer was the fact that I'm in love with her, she's in love with me. That was my original.
No. So let me remind the court. Let me remind
that
the
was
court.
my
So again,
original answer before.
no, it wasn't. So the last question, your original answer was only time will tell. So just for
that
the
was
record,
me being a smart ass, sir.
Okay, well, it doesn't. Thank you, sir. So now you're
So
admitting
you can
to
put it all in there. It would still be the same thing. I'm in love with her. She's in
Your Honor,
love
can you
with
please
me.
inform the defendant that he is not to go back and forth with counsel? He's not supposed to go back and forth with the prosecution.
All right. The original answer was only time will tell.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That wasn't the full answer. That was not the full answer.
That was the first. That was the first answer to the first time the question was asked.
No, the first time was I'm in love with her and she's in love with me. And then I said only time would tell because he asked me 2 questions in a row.
Yeah, 2 different questions.
Your Honor, can I finish my line of questioning, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Williams, you previously stated that you are the leader in your household, right?
Yes.
Okay, what happens if you make your woman upset?
She gets upset.
And what happens in your household? Do you quell that? Do she shows her anger towards you? Do she display that anger towards you, or does she quell her anger?
We have a conversation about it. If she's upset, we mind it out and we move on with our day.
What would you consider that minding out process like?
We have a conversation.
Just
relevance.
Your Honor, can I bring up Exhibit E for the court? That's the one in the Instagram. Prosecutastic.
Okay. All right. 1 second.
Did the judge verify this source?
Yeah.
Your Honor, this is straight from the defendant's mouth.
Yeah, I would assume it's a YouTube source, which we've allowed throughout the duration of this trial. So it would be admissible as far as this court's concerned.
I understand. Thank you,
no
sir.
problem. Okay.
Would you like me to play it, co-counsel?
Yes, sir. Yes, counsel, please.
Will, quit acting like you won't. You will. Everybody won't be Superman. You're not Superman. Quit fronting like you're not going to have an argument or disagreement with your woman. You make her mad, you know damn well your house is flipped upside down. That's a relationship.
You can stop it right there, counsel. So when you make your woman mad, is the house flipped upside down, or is it a nice discourse between the two of you?
It's nice discourse.
Okay, so why did you say that most men, when they get in relationships, if they make their woman mad, it's going to be a house flips upside down?
Well, for one, we were speaking majority or minority, and we were also talking about saying something offensive to your woman. So if like I stated, if you say something egregiously offensive to them, yeah, they probably will have an attitude and get upset.
I'll restate the question for you, defendant. Why did you say if you make your woman upset that your house will be flipped upside down?
I didn't say my house. If you,
said
read the words of the video that you stated, you just asked me a question. I'm stating
Mr.
again,
Williams.
if you look at the video, we were talking about my majority or minority, about if we came to a woman in an egregious fashion, would she be upset? So I said, and I state again, they would be upset and the house would be flipped upside down.
Is that how your woman would react if you came at her, if she made her upset?
No.
And you consider your woman a good woman?
Yes.
And you said majority of women would flip the house upside down if they were upset.
If you came to them egregiously.
You said majority of women would do this.
If you came to them disrespectful.
That's not my question. I said you said majority of women
You're
would
not
flip the
going to
house.
change my mind. If you
Okay,
came
but
to them
previously,
disrespectful,
and
that's what they
previously
would.
you said, but your woman wouldn't do this.
Objection,
Either.
Your Honor. These
Objection, he's
questions,
badgering the witness. He's
questions are
badgering the
leading.
witness. He's badgering.
These questions are leading, Your Honor. The prosecution has asked him the same question over and over, just changing the words around, trying to get my client tripped up on his words. He's misrepresenting my client's answer, not letting him provide context to the answers. And he's leaning on that lack of context and the repositioning of questioning to paint a narrative.
Your Honor, I'll rephrase the question. So you
How many
stated
times
that
are you going to rephrase the question, Your Honor?
I'll give him one more time to rephrase it, and then we'll see if I need to sustain the objection. Go ahead.
Acknowledged.
So, Mr. Williams, if your woman felt that egregiousness, would your house be flipped upside down?
No.
Is this because she's a good woman?
Yes.
Okay, but you said majority of women would flip the house upside down if they
You asked me the
if
same
it was
question.
if it
Your
was
Honor.
egregious enough.
You asked
Ask
me
and
the same
answer.
question.
Honor.
Asked and answered.
Your Honor, I'm getting interrupted by the defense.
I plead the
Ask.
fifth.
Your Honor, objection on the account of relevance. There's no relevance if his woman is
Your
a part
Honor,
of
I'm
minority.
about to bring the relevance to it,
It's
Your Honor.
irrelevant that he says anything about the majority.
Because Your Honor, he says his woman is a good woman because she does not do the thing that he said majority of women do. And previously, he just said majority of women are good women. So, Your Honor, as the jury, we are I close.
Are we able to redirect?
Sorry, I had a phone call.
Are we able to redirect?
No, not yet. Okay, my bad. I had a phone call. All right. What was that last question?
Before the witness appears, are we able to redirect?
No, not yet. Hold on. CJ, are you done?
I'm done, Your Honor. Wait, will my co-counsel have any?
No, I'm going to cross after the main prosecution, main defendant go.
Yes,
Yeah.
Defense rather. Your Honor, just real quickly, did the bailiff show up yet?
The bailiff is a tad bit late. Why? What do you need the bailiff for?
Well, I think the bailiff needs to I don't know the proper term. Investigate this witness. This witness seems quite, similar to the defense. I'm not making any accusations, but the witness, I don't know.
Is it possible that people have doppelgangers?
All black people
Your
look
Honor,
alike.
and that's
Your Honor.
Your Honor,
All
and that's
black
why,
people look
Your
alike.
Honor, that's why I request, Your Honor, that's why I request, I'm respectfully requesting to see the defense, okay, and the witness at the same time.
All right,
They cannot be separate. No,
Okay.
I have to see both of them at the same time. That is my simple request, Your Honor.
Let's see how we can make that happen. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Aaron with the $2 says, I have a feeling TWR gonna save the day. Crimson with the 20 bosses says, for the Law and Order music. You silly. Harrison with the $5 says, is this Law and Order Risky Edition? Reaper with the $5 says, why brother CJ dressed like he guilty and he's the prosecutor? Dressed like Martin in that traffic ticket episode when Tommy screamed, get the draws. Harrison Davis with the $5 says, salute, my brother. Mike Brown with the $10 says, what in the Lincoln lawyer is going on? Devin D with the $2 says, yo ass is grass, Mr. Williams. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Now, this is the defense's witness.
Your Honor, the witness and the defense has the same name. Your Honor, what are we doing here?
That is odd that they have the same name.
I don't change names. I only fill up. I'm just showing up. I'm in distress.
And what kind of
Are
accident
you?
is this, Your Honor?
Let me ask this witness a couple questions. Witness, are you under the influence of anything?
Only a broken heart.
The witness has been admitted into the court. Now, what? TWR and Associates, do you have... what are you doing with this witness? Why is this witness here? Your co-counsel has left the courtroom. We don't see her anywhere, right? I'm a little bit perplexed. Do you have questions for your witness, seeing as how you brought her here, TWR and Associates?
I do not have any questions for this witness at this time, Your Honor.
Well, what is she doing here?
But Your Honor, we certainly do.
I
So
was
problem.
dragged. I was dragged. I was told I was a horrible
Witness,
Your Honor, no one is
witness.
no one,
man right there.
yeah, the witness
Mr.
can't-
Will, he called me forward. He yelled at me.
You're gonna be held in
Screamed at
contempt.
me. He said, "Shame, shame."
Get her out of here, man. Get
Your
this
Honor.
witness out of here.
Your Honor,
Get her out of here.
Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of your courtroom.
I've seen you kill too many people. No.
This might be risky.
I'll find out.
Lost her damn mind.
Your Honor, we would have liked the chance to cross the witness. I mean, since they was here, but it's okay. Too disruptive. I understand. I trust your knowledge and wisdom, Your Honor.
Jesus Christ.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Your Honor, I don't know if the defense is taking this trial seriously, but it seems like they're making a mockery of your courtroom.
Yeah, I like how you're playing on the fact that I'm sensitive. It's working, to be honest with you. It's working.
I don't understand
We'd
how
love to be able to
prosecutor
No.
gets
show more
custody.
Listen.
evidence.
Listen, let me say something to you, Attorney Tiffocracy. The lady came in here, said she came in here for you. You were nowhere to be found. I would advise strongly that you stay on mute. Okay? I'm deeply offended by you having that witness come in here and we don't know what she was doing here. She was under the influence and she had an accent that kept changing. Her hair was all over the place. She had a gypsy wrap on. Where did you get her from?
It's from my understanding that
Didn't I say stay on mute? Now, TWR and Associates, I mind you, mind my court. Right now, your team is making a mockery of my courtroom.
Given those circumstances, Your Honor, I request a 10-minute recess so that I can confer with my co-counsel in the council chambers and bring an end to this mockery of your court.
Let's do that, man.
And Your Honor, we will offer plea deals in the back as well, Your Honor.
No more plea deals. No.
All right, well, let's do this, man. Let's give them
young fella.
We'll give them a 4-minute recess to convene with one another, and we will be back in a second. Put him back in jail. And let me go get me a drink. I mean a snack.
What's happening?
So, Aaron, I know that you were only here for a piece of Friday, but the lady that's appearing before the court, she is a woman that was responding to some questions on POV. The feedback that she gave was not acceptable. Mr. Will really brought her feet to the fire, and the way that he questioned is going to verify that he's not a simp. He is willing to hold women that may be in bad standing, to hold them accountable. So I think that if we bring her up, she may be able to tell the experience. If you don't think that it has any value, but it is, they continue to talk about a pattern of behavior. In this one exhibit alone, it breaks the pattern. That's
all right. There's going to be an issue of accurate and intelligent questioning, but are you able to source the video footage of this encounter that happened on Friday? I mean, I think that would be a more accurate way of communicating your point.
And I agree, and I'll find it. The only thing that I will say is that the witness found it to be extremely triggering. She's in a very vulnerable state. So if the information or the review is brought forward, is there a way where we could keep her anonymous and acknowledge her mental state?
Well, no, because we would need a psychological or psychiatric expert to be able to confirm her mental state. And even in doing so, that's going to greatly reduce the veracity of anything that comes out of her mouth. I mean, the court is likely going to consider her testimony mute and unintelligible on the basis that she's not clear and coherent. People who aren't clear and coherent cannot make sworn testimony under oath. So,
Why,
I mean, it's
why do you
kind of,
believe she's not coherent? Is it the way that
well, you just said she's in a compromised mental state.
No,
You just said
she's dismayed. She's fragile. I think that she can testify under fragile, but I just want us to make sure that when we're questioning her, that we're mindful that she is very shaken from
she's
her last experience.
shaken. She's compromised.
Okay, so do you think
she's already disrupted the court?
Okay.
And again, I mean, beyond that, I'm not a psychological or psychiatric professional, but that's exactly what we would need to be able to come and validate her state of mind. But as of right now, left to her own devices, the court already sees her as being a disruption.
I absolutely agree. When they come back, can we circle back because the topic of him being married twice, I think it's a bit rich for the co-counsel that has never been married to ask about what a good woman is and how he verified. I don't understand if you can ask those questions if you've never even kind of taken the dive into marriage. He also talked about the women that were liabilities and why did he partner with them. And I think based on our experience in this courtroom, oftentimes they are stating how Black men have struggled with trying to partner with Black women because it can be a bit difficult. So I don't know how we need to address that, but I'd like for us to talk about that. And the other thing that we talked about, or he brought up, was a woman being a great mother, but not necessarily a good partner. He questioned our witness. He questioned his capability. And I'd like to believe that after 48 years and having 2 marriages, he's able to identify a good spouse for himself. He's had the experience and he continues to try to make it work. So when they come back, if I don't know what you want to do on redirect, but if we could get that taken care of. Also, a term of being in love was used. And that was brought up by BBL CJ. I'd like for him to talk to us and explain what that in love meant. Because to me, it seems to be a very wide range of things. So if we could just kind of get them to vote down on some of that, what are you thinking, counsel?
I don't think that's necessarily relevant to the conversation. I think there are some more baseline issues and holes in their argument that can be attacked. Really, all they've done is just submitted a bunch of questioning and haven't really made any solid allegations, and the answers don't really point to him being a simp. I think what you're trying to do is simply question their integrity as attorneys and question their validity to even practice law when all they've done is answer questions. They've not made any compelling arguments or presented any compelling evidence to him being an actual simp. I mean, they're just running in circles, chasing their tail, trying to question our client's integrity and moral character, but none of it really speaks to being a simp.
What I'll do is ensure that I fall back and let you pick up the rest of the prosecution. I still have the documentation if you want to go in and kind of identify some more behaviors, but I trust you as the lead attorney where I can fall back and you can wrap anything up. And if you need me, I'm there available for your support. Is that something that we sound like we can make work for us?
Yeah, it works for me.
Fantastic. Thank you, ESP.
This might be risky.
Counsel, I think we pretty much got this one in the bag. Feel me?
Yeah, man. Listen, man. This is Shaq and Kobe You know what I mean? Three-peat, man. That's too easy. Listen,
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
yeah, man. Listen, the defendant has clearly shown, and he incriminated himself, man. He got him with the question, man. You know what I'm saying? No, he's getting married again, even though he had already two. I got some footage that's talking about him being engaged a year ago. It didn't last. Now he engaged again. This man's a serial simp. Serial sympatry, bro.
Serial simp.
Like and the wonderful thing is, all of our evidence come right from this show. This him saying this
right out the horse's mouth. It's right out of his mouth.
All the stuff that and listen, the defendant talking about you went to DeVry when she went to Everest. you ain't doing nothing with your life. You might as well go to college.
I don't know what
she got an Everest degree.
I don't even know where evidence is proven, fans. What is her evidence even proving? That man, nothing at all. So
nothing, man. Just again, man, you doing a wonderful job, young fella. I see you having a bright future, and you know, in law. Hey, man, you're doing good, man. You're doing good. It's not,
appreciate it, brother. And you are a great co-counsel. And
hey, I appreciate you, brother. Like I said, every now and again, step in. You know, I'm the passenger, man. You just, you the driver, man. You got to get the experience here, brother. I already won my last two cases. You know what I'm saying? I'm undefeated, man. You just helping to the,
All right, so we got a couple more arguments to make. Feel me? Yeah, then we're gonna wrap this up real nicely. Put a bouquet on top of it.
Put a bow on it, man.
Put a bow. Oh, not a bouquet, a bow.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Let me just read these couple real quick. Riri with the $5 says, "What's up, Riri?" Said, "Hamp, I laughed and cried off this one. Mr. Fantastic, serial sympatry." Devin with the $2 says, "Your Honor, Tiff eyes are glossy. She been drinking." Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, man. Let's get back into it. Mr. Fantastic is on. No, sorry. Mr. Williams is back on the stand. His defending counsel is on deck. Get the likes up for us, please.
Good afternoon, Mr. Williams.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Excellent. So I'm going to present to you a series of questions. If you can answer them as concisely as possible, it'd be greatly appreciated. Question number one, simply, are you a simp?
No, sir.
Very good. Have you ever been referred to as a simp outside of the YouTube space?
No, sir.
Very good. Within the YouTube space, the platforms that you frequent, would you say they are majority men?
Yes, sir.
Would you say the audience of those platforms are majority men?
Yes, sir.
Would you say that environment would make it a bit difficult for women to thrive in said environment in case of a contentious conversation?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Have you ever volunteered?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever given away something for free? Maybe a homeless person a $5 bill to get something to eat?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever helped someone without the expectation of anything in return?
Yes, sir.
So would it stand to be reasonable to believe that upon occasion a man might find himself in a position where he needs to defend a woman on the panels because she simply has been overrun? And if we all can agree that men are the leaders in the community and he sees someone that is being ignored, downtrodden, or bullied, that he might want to step in just to make sure they are equally represented. Would you say that's a possibility?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. Do you believe most women are assets?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think about the notion that most women are not assets? How does that make you feel?
I don't like it at all.
Okay, and why don't you like it?
Because you're putting an assumption on a loud minority or maybe some women that you have dealt with. But I feel as though majority women in this world are good.
Do you think most men are reasonable?
No.
Okay. And does that not cause the same feelings in you that are caused by saying the idea that most women aren't assets?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so you acknowledge that that's not a good feeling, but you're acknowledging it's the truth that most men are not reasonable.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about your relationships. In your relationships, especially your marriages, did you receive a level of reciprocity at any point?
Yes.
Did you think those women were beautiful?
Yes.
At any point did they keep you sexually satisfied?
Yes.
Were you content with their level of cooperation?
Yes.
When you spoke about that one incident where you had a contentious conversation with, I guess, your wife or significant other, she was able to keep control so that you could have a reasonable conversation. And you said that separates her from the masses of women who are most likely going to fly off the handle. Could that be one of the reasons why you stayed in a relationship with that woman?
Yes, sir.
Could that be one of the reasons why you looked at her as an asset?
Yes, sir.
Could that be one of the expressions of reciprocity she has offered to you in exchange for you leading her through a relationship?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Do you believe that men are protectors and providers?
Yes.
It was brought up earlier today in the trial that you are 100% provider, and that put you in the risky situation of maybe being a simp on the account that your 100% provision is not going to be reciprocated. Do you believe that all men at some point are required to be 100% providers, even if it's simply at the first date level where we're required to pay for the first date?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And do you believe that there are levels to what a man can provide and how long he's willing to provide?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe that you're of sound mind and judgment to be able to look at what a woman offers you and the value she brings you and discern enough value that can be considered reciprocity for your 100% provision?
Yes,
Are
sir.
you of sound mind to make that determination?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you with the 3 women currently?
No.
Why did you separate the relationship with those women?
The relationships became unhealthy for me and what I wanted for the standard of my marriage.
So you do have a standard, and there is a threshold where you will not be abused, or you will not continue to give the best of you and not get the best of your significant other in return. There
Yes,
is a
sir.
point where you will cut that off.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that's what simps do, or do simps continue to pour on the best that they have to give, even though they're not getting what they expect to get in return?
They would stay. Yes, sir.
They would stay, correct.
They would
All
stay.
right. Is it up to the individual to determine the standards by which they consider reciprocity, or by which they're allowed to give grace to someone before they start to make a correction to get back in line or prove themselves to be invaluable?
Yes,
Is that
sir.
something that's up to the individual, you'd say?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So your standards I cannot be held accountable for, correct?
Yes, sir.
But you hold true to your standards nonetheless.
Yes, sir.
So much so to where you went through 3 different relationships, 2 of which ended in marriage, exercising your ability to understand your value, seek reciprocity, pursue that reciprocity, align with that reciprocity, get into a committed relationship to the tune of marriage, understand that a change has been made, there's an inequity in the relationship, and you have the sound mind and reasonability to sever that relationship. Go
Yes,
out and try it again.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you believe that when you entered into matrimony with these women, at that time, they presented themselves as assets to you?
Yes, sir.
So even under the guise that most women aren't assets, which you don't agree with, but let's entertain the fact that they don't. The 3 women that you've encountered, 2 of which you have married, would you say that they've identified themselves as members of the minority of women that actually are assets and worth marrying?
Yes.
Okay. And throughout time, people change as they are allowed to do. People become complacent, and there's no way to judge complacency without letting time elapse. As you so eloquently stated earlier, there's no way to predict complacency. Complacency must take its course.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
what led you to your divorces?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Williams. Your Honor, it seems like that my client is of sound mind and simply goes through the normal relationship ebbs and flows and woes that anyone else does in America. He is a man that has resources. He is a man that has a lot to offer, and he's protecting what he has to offer by severing relationships with people who don't appreciate it. And when he comes onto these panels, occasionally he's going to walk into a situation where a woman is not able to voice her opinion. And if he sees that woman as an asset, or if that woman is someone that can bring value to the conversation, that's not for any of us to judge. That's a determination he makes on his own. And if he makes a decision to stand up for that female because she's outnumbered and outgunned in this environment, that's up to him to do. But one thing's for sure, it can't be considered a simp, because a simp expects some sort of sexual recognition or not, or interaction in return, which he has no inclination of receiving. Just as like you would walk up the street and give a homeless person a $5 bill expecting nothing in return, doing it out of the kindness of your heart. This is a proper example of what my client's behavior is.
Damn. Would you like the cross prosecutastic?
Of course, Your Honor. Of course.
Brother.
Damn.
Now, as the defense stated earlier, how many times have you been married again, Mr. Williams? Twice. And you are actively in the process of getting married again, correct?
Pursuing it, yes.
Pursuing marriage, okay. Now, this current, now I think you might have forgotten something that you, you know, and if you could pull up this exhibit for me, please, Your Honor. 1 second. See, you're leaving, man, and you know you are 48 years old, almost old fella. So you know we're going to give you a little grace.
Yes,
maybe
sir.
something that you have forgotten about. 1 second. Let's see. Hold on, let me get this thing here. Let me see if I can get this. There we go. Yeah, hold on. Where is it? Hold on. Nope. Oh shit. That's not something new. Your Honor, just 1 second. I'm about to get. So basically, in the meantime, between time, I can just change it up. So give me a second.
Perfect.
Your Honor.
Perfect.
I would like to say something on behalf of my co-counsel. I'll wait.
Go ahead.
No, I'll wait till
No, go ahead.
Oh, well, he previously stated that you shouldn't have to push a woman that want to be married into marriage. And I have another exhibit that we would like to show to the court, where the defendant is saying he's pushing his current girl into marriage instead of saying that she's already ready for marriage. He's saying he's pushing for it, which implies that he's the one that's wanting marriage, and he has to convince her to do the same. But go ahead, back to my co-counsel.
There you go.
Your Honor, he's making a bad statement.
Your Honor, we have evidence.
Why is he testifying?
Your Honor, I have done no testimony.
Mr. Williams, your lawyer should have said that for you. But I'll allow it in this instance. Prosecutastic, do you have the evidence?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Your Honor. Just had a quick little I apologize for the technical difficulties. But here we go, Your Honor. Here we go.
It's low.
It says low. Hold on. So hold on, sir. It's low? Hold on. Wait.
Yeah, rewind it back. All right, go ahead. Mm-hmm. Play it again.
Oh, you know what it is? Hold on. I know it is. 1 second, my bad. Hold on. I got you. There we go. Got it. There we go, Your Honor. We're good to go now, Your Honor. We got you. We got you. There we go. Apologies. Apologies to the court.
I was engaged. I've been
You said that's why you were single.
I'm single because I was engaged. I've been single for over a year and a half now. I was engaged to a woman. I was trying again. I've actually been married twice, but I've been.
So hold on, wait. So Mr. Williams, so there was an engagement before this current engagement within the last year?
No, that was 3 years ago. I told y'all that. You didn't let the context play. That's why y'all. Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, thank you for the correction on the. Well, sir. I'm just going by what you said here, but thank you for the
evidence is faulty.
Well, the evidence isn't faulty. You just gave clarification. And I thank you for. So either way, it went. You had a previous. So I mean, in theory,
2021. It's 2024, sir.
Okay, not a problem, sir. And no need to be hostile. I'm asking the questions here, respectfully.
Yes, sir.
You definitely don't want me to treat you hostile. Okay, so let's keep this as gentlemen. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, before this current engagement, you're currently engaged, correct?
No, sir.
Hold on, sir. Whoa. Your Honor, the credibility of this witness is just out of hand.
I've never said that I was engaged, sir.
Sir, we just played the footage.
I never said I was engaged. I
Cancel.
said
Play the video. I said you cancel. No, play the video. I sent you.
on being married. I've never said on any panel I was.
Play this one more time. Play this one more time.
Sir, now okay, not a problem, sir. We're gonna, but this is even easier than I thought.
I was engaged. I've been.
You said that's why you were single.
I'm single because I was engaged. I've been single for over a year and a half now. I was engaged to a woman. I was trying again. I've actually been married twice, but
Well, first and foremost, Your Honor, this was this year. Well, let me ask the defendant.
The video.
This footage was. Hold on, co-counsel. I got this. Now, hold on, brother. This footage was taken this year, correct?
Yes, back in
this year's 20. Hold on, brother. Excuse me. Thank you for giving us the exact time frame. Now, hold on, brother. Please, sir, calm down.
Okay.
Now, sir, as I stated, and you just said yourself, in the evidence, you stated you've been single for a year and a half now. You were engaged. You were talking about since your previous engagement, but you just told the court that was way back in 2001, brother. That's not adding up. Like as you said,
my last engagement.
Excuse me, sir. I would like the same respect you've given all the previous counsel before me, please and thank you. Okay. Yes, now, as you so eloquently stated and showed off your math skills, brother. Okay. You said you were engaged in 2001, which would be how many years from this year, sir?
2021. Ken.
Yes, 2021. I'm sorry. That's what I'm pretty sure that's what I said. 2021.
2021.
Hold on. So from 2021 to 2024 is how many years, sir?
That's 3 years.
3 years. Yes, years. 3 years. As you so eloquently state in your diction, sir. So in 3 years, but you said on this video, as you stated in April of 2024, it's been a year and a half since your last engagement. Sir, which is it? You can answer. So we'll just move on. But, Your Honor, again, this is being recorded by the court.
Objection, Your Honor. What is being asked of my client? Don't Mr. Williams, don't answer that. Your Honor, do you understand the nature of the question? Because I certainly don't.
Your Honor, we're just trying to get it.
Well, I can explain it, Your Honor.
I understand the nature of the question. Please explain clearly to counsel what is the reason and the goal you're trying to meet with this line of questioning.
So Your Honor, it's to establish that this witness the defendant is not a credible source of information, and he's just going to give the answers necessary in order to get himself free of the charges. He is double spoke. I don't know how many times. The man, this is evidence. He said himself that he was himself in the video, Your Honor. He even gave us the exact date of the time of April of this year.
No,
I didn't even know that. Okay, you did. Your Honor, I'm getting interrupted. There's no need. So, Your Honor, this is to establish a lack of credibility, and then furthermore show evidence of his repeated simping activities of dealing with these women in these long-term marriages. Okay, to where a man, and again, married men are simps. Okay, married men are the biggest simps. So if a man continues to go back into situations looking for marriage, that is evidence of symmetry at the highest degree, Your Honor. That is the point of my questioning.
Counsel, are you clear? Hold on.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
The objection is overruled.
Thank you. So, as the defendant has so I guess confusingly with his years and all these different things, and I now have to go back to another exhibit, Your Honor, because now he's disputing something that he clearly stated earlier with the other evidence when my co-counsel was using it. Okay. So just give me a quick second to find that. In the meantime, between time, any question my co-counsels have, he can ask, so I can get our exhibit together. So we have to, go back to it. Thank you, Your Honor, for your patience.
Mr. Williams, you said you've been in your current relationship for how long?
6 months.
6 months.
I have been vetting for a while.
Well, the evidence, I have video evidence of you saying you were single just 4 months ago. How would you explain that, Mr. Williams?
Because it wasn't YouTube's business until I wanted it to be.
Oh, so you were lying on the panel. Are you lying then or were you lying now?
I just never said anything. No.
Were you lying then or are you lying now, Mr. Williams?
I came forward with my information as I gradually got comfortable on the panels. As you know, being on panels can be difficult to open up your personal life.
I don't need a soliloquy. So you were lying then, Mr. Williams?
No.
So you weren't lying then. So you're lying now?
No.
Okay, so he's just inconsistent. Maybe you just have your dates wrong. Because 4 months ago you said you were single. Today you said you were in a relationship 6 months. You started a relationship 6 months ago. So which one was true?
The relationship that I'm in now for 6 months.
Okay, so it wasn't 4 months ago you were single. You were lying then.
No.
The inconsistency is blowing my mind, Your Honor.
Excuse me. You are considered single.
I didn't ask you any more questions, defendant. I'll pass the mic back to my co-counsel.
Damn.
Yes, Your Honor, we're prepared with the evidence. So we're going to go back to, I believe it was Exhibit E, I think it was. 1 second. So here we go.
It's just me making the poor decisions. I didn't take the advice. It took me years, and it took me to bump my head constantly until now I get it. I understand, but I was making horrible choices.
So you're going to include him next time?
In general, I was making horrible choices.
Are you going to include him next time, or you just not getting married?
And my kids actually learn from my mistakes. And now I learn from my mistakes, and now I'm trying to do it.
You're not married again, right?
No.
I need to.
You out the game? You out the marriage game for good, right?
No.
Yeah. Why you quit?
I'm pushing forward now with my woman.
You pushing forward now with your woman? Hold on, let me continue to make sure them show. Oh Jesus!
Here we go.
You go.
Where you go? That's why they the table.
You go for a 3-peat.
They the table.
Don't tell me you got a ring.
I mean,
3P.
This better be a spiritual marriage.
I finally found a person that I know is right for me. I'm confident in that.
Didn't you say that twice already, bro?
Everybody makes mistakes. I didn't straight out.
This better be between you, her, and the Lord. Okay.
Nah, Miss Fantastic. Don't even say that, man. Nah, he said she different this time. She different.
Listen to me. I'm at a big age now. I know all the mistakes. I have bumped my head. I've done all the bullshit you can go through. I've been there, done it. Now I know that I met the right one for me.
I mean, the evidence is here. Again, he's seeking marriage yet again. You know, and like you said, we don't know if it was 3 years ago or a year and a half ago for his last engagement. Are you engaged right now currently, Mr. Williams?
No.
So you're not engaged, but you're still seeking marriage.
Yes.
With your current partner.
Yes, I'm in love with her. Yes.
Okay, cool. So even though you're not engaged to her, the engagement will be soon forthcoming, correct?
If God
Or not
willing,
soon, eventually. Excuse me, I don't want to say soon, but eventually will be forthcoming. That's the
Yes.
plan, and
Yes,
ultimately
that's-
marriage, correct? All right. So
Yes.
thank you, Your Honor. The whole point of this was to, again, if it pleases the court, there's a saying that goes: the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. I am not, saying that the defendant is insane, but again, colloquialisms, serve a purpose and a point. So, all of the evidence that me and my co-counsel have admitted to the court, no speculation, no weird witnesses with, accents and extreme similarities to the defense, came from the mouth of the defendant. This is how we knew this case was going to turn out how it was. He gave all this admissions himself, and we'll close on that one for now, Your Honor. The prosecution rests.
Wow.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. CC.
Wow. Perfect.
Appreciate you as always. Kired with the $5 says, this is brilliant. All y'all have changed the game.
Shit like that. Perfect.
They're doing a magnificent job. Jamal Walker with the $2 says, I bet Mr. Williams has a cake boss manifesto. T was popping with the 10 pounds says, giving the wonderful panel a medal for the most innovative and hilarious podcast this year.
Shit like
P.S.
that.
Hamp be looking like a black version of Ironside. Who that?
It's some show. I don't know what it is.
Oh, I only know one dude from what's that shit called? Viking. You ever watch that shit?
Perfect.
Tribal Chief. He said, boot Mr. Williams. He always on you. Rap Health. Rap Health? Rap Heel H12 with the $5 says, I've come to the realization that Mr. Williams is I don't think they related, man. Cali with the $2 says, Playboy finna bump his gums to guilty. Shut up. Cali stupid. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel.
Perfect.
I think it's time for closing arguments, man. Typically in the closing arguments, who the hell go first? Prosecution. Please give us your closing arguments.
Go ahead, co-counsel. It's on you, and I'll follow up.
So I think me and my co-counsel has done an excellent job at proving our argument, providing evidence to the court, and it's without a doubt that the verdict should come back as guilty. Mr. Williams have shown and displayed an outrageous amount of sympathy on these panels and in real life, and it's easy to see. And I think it's been a fairly easy case to work. And I'll close it there, Mr. Fantastic.
Yes, this is a wonderful case, and quite easy when the defendant himself gives you all the evidence you need. He's in 4K, people. He's in 4K saying these things. Okay, and again, we had many more, examples and exhibits of evidence, but we didn't even need them. listen, the defense had to resort to name calling and all of these lowbrow tactics. No one brought up, the defendant having on state trooper sunglasses with no prescription in them. No one brought up the defense, having a halfway done finger wave. No one said that. We could have, but we did because we were professionals. Okay. Now, getting to the final statements of this argument, we have absolutely no hate in our hearts for Mr. Williams. As a matter of fact, we're going to work to get him help for his ailment. Okay, simping is a disease. Okay, and some men just can't help it. And we're going to, after we get this guilty verdict, we're going to make sure he gets the necessary medical attention and help that he needs in order to try and cure him from his, clearly this man sees a woman and he falls in love and he wants to marry her. Take care of everything. He's one of these guys, again, he said it himself. He takes care of everything, pays all the bills, so she doesn't have to do nothing. Nothing. And yet and still, 2 times it hasn't worked, and he's ready to do it again. He said he's at a big age. These are his words. At a big age, he's going to attempt to do the same thing he tried 2 times previously, 2.5 actually, because again, there's another, engagement in there somewhere that he doesn't seem to recollect. But now he's with this wonderful lady that he has now that, even though she turns the house over when she gets angry at times, and he's going to make it work this time. And we wish him the best. Fair winds, following seas, Mr. Williams, in your endeavors of symmetry. To the jury and the court, come on, this is a guilty verdict. You can't come back with anything other than guilty. We offered him mercy in a plea deal. He rejected it. Okay. When again, he gave us all the evidence. This is not speculation. This is not assumption. This is his words out of his mouth. Prosecution rests, Your Honor. Thank you.
Wow.
Perfect.
Defense, closing arguments, please.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
I'll go
shit like
first.
that.
I'll let
Oh, wait. You're going to present something?
go ahead, Mr.
No, go ahead. But
Okay. All I want to do is I want to make sure that we go back through some of these things. I honestly feel as if the other co-SQs were not necessarily honest based on some of their behavior, based on the incapacity of being able to be kind. Again, I believe that the baseline of this is Mr. Williams is a really good man. He's a kind man, and he is responsible. I think that the he-man, woman haters have tried to find a way, an agenda to try to minimize the fact that Mr. Williams, though it may have been 1 or 2 chances, is willing to make a commitment. He's willing to be in a marriage and not just talk about it. On top of that, he understands that the wellness being, as far as kindness is a chemical that helps. It helps with anxiety, it helps with pain, it helps with depression. Him being a really good man of the 5 C's, compassion, conviction, commitment, and confidence, courage. I believe that the co-counsel did not prove the fact that he was a simp. We have video evidence, if you would like to see, where he did not. He was holding a Black woman accountable. So if we want to see that, that's available. If not, I'll allow my co-counsel to speak. But we do have the time and a time mark of where he was in full action, correcting, not being a simp, holding a woman accountable for their behavior. And it happens on multiple streams, but I'd like for us to do what's most relevant, which would have been Friday. Would you like a timestamp, or are we okay?
Objection, Your Honor. The time for submitting evidence and exhibits is over. These are closing arguments.
Objection.
You're muted. You're muted.
Wait. So nobody has to speak. This is a closing argument. When she's done, it'll be Aaron's turn. The evidence has already been presented.
I rest. I trust that my co-counsel will close out strong.
Attorney TWR.
Yes, Your Honor. All right. So in my closing remarks, I'm going to address the last things that the prosecution has said about my client in the line of questioning, making a feeble attempt to diminish his credibility. When my client said he was engaged a year and a half before that conversation, starting from 221, the length of the engagement could have lasted 1 year to the year 222, which still leaves plenty of room for there to be a year and a half unengaged. Number two, when the question came up with, is he single, is he not, for 6 months, yada, 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 this is the court of law. The status of single means unmarried. Whether or not my client was in a committed relationship with a woman is inconsequential. In the court of law, his status was single. He was telling the truth. To make the assertion that repeating the same thing over and over is a form of insanity, I would agree. But marrying two different women are not repeating the same thing by virtue of getting married to two different women, requiring two different modus operandi. In life, the path to success is littered with failures. We must try again. But what we do is try something different. What my client did was try marriage with a different woman. That is a path to success that I think any business person, any person that's motivated to an end would take. My client has resolve and he is determined to live the righteous life of a married man. To say that a married man is a simp, I think, is egregious. I myself am a married man. Is the prosecution indicting me of being a simp? It is my understanding that Your Honor is a married man. Are they indicting this court as being guilty of the crime of being a simp? And let's take a look at the word simp. It simply states a man that goes above and beyond in his performance to a woman without receiving any reciprocity. And that man has a desire to get sexual gratification from this woman or relationship. My client has exhibited none of those behaviors. He simply encounters women as he encounters them. But the fact that he can close off relationship clearly states he's not a simp. He's not willing to ride off into the sunset ad infinitum, providing for a woman that's not giving anything back. As proved by 1, 2, 3 relationships, and 2 of which resulted in marriage, saving the third one. He was engaged. Evidently, he was called off. So he's getting better at what he's doing. He's able to see the red flags much sooner. He's becoming more efficient. And the woman that he says he knows is the right one for him, did you hear in the beginning of this trial, Your Honor? He's known that woman for 20 years. It doesn't matter that they've known each other. They've been dating for 4 months, 6 months, 6 minutes, 12 days. He's known her for 20 years. I myself have known my wife since junior high school. I married her at the age of 36, and I can tell you that is proper time to conduct serious vetting. And I think now he has found his wife. He's watched him go through 2 failed marriages, a failed engagement, and an additional failed serious relationship. Do you think this man knows about this woman, and do you think this woman knows about this man, flaws and all, red flags and all, and are ready to do the dance the right way? My client is not a simp. My client is hell-bent on marrying a good woman, and he's getting the job done.
Perfect.
Whew. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Damn, I messed this up. My bad, Raphael. with the $2 my name is Raphael. I don't know what the hell I said. Rap heel or something. Jay Miller with the $5 says, congratulations to the prosecution. This case set a new precedent for sympathy and will be studied for years to come. Pound guilty. Devin D with the $2 says, this is some of the best behavior I've seen out of CJ. Owen May with the $5 says, sentence him to anti-shipping courses and semen retention for 18 months. God damn. Aaron with the $5 says, didn't Aaron and the married men say they simped for being simps? That's including OG Williams, who has been married twice on his way to a third. Okay. I'm going to put the poll up. Pause. Based on the evidence that has been provided, not your feelings and emotions. Okay. We have 400. How many? It began going between like 470 people, 400. They probably got to add, so they'll probably bump back to 450 or so. We're going to put the poll up. Okay. Vote based on the objective evidence of what was presented, not how you feel, not your emotions, not your predisposition. All right. If I get a notion that people thought he was guilty before he even got here, I'm going to put a handicap on the poll. Pause, just in case. Has Mr. Williams been found guilty of being a simp? Yes or no? The poll is up. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.
Perfect. Shit like that. Perfect. Brother.
Wow.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah. Can you share my screen?
Why would you talk between my and no, everything has been presented. Mr. Williams has been defended. I
just want to pay homage to the co-counsel. That's it.
No, he's fine. He has his own drop.
Niggas don't.
He's fine.
We need 200 votes.
Look at Blaze.
We need 200 votes.
How many votes is that there so far?
157, 157, 158. Yeah, almost there. Feel me? 40 more votes and we done.
If you share the screen, I bet you get them.
165. It is close. I appreciate everybody being as objective as possible, to be honest. Man, that shit, y'all did a fucking great job.
Perfect.
Oh my good. Yo, whoever else, if we decide to do this again, if they want to do, yo, you better lawyer. That's for damn sure. And there's so many ways to skin a cat when you got lawyers, man. You know? Oh my goodness, man. That was good. That was good. I like the chat being a vote because they really like this is close, much more close than you would assume. Much more close is bad, poor grammar. Much closer than you would assume. We have 191 votes. Let's see what comes out. See. Damn. No, I don't. Jay. I got a beard. Damn, man.
Can we just see the last screen here? Just show it real quick.
No, it's almost over. Nope. Thank you.
No,
oh, we there. We made it.
It'll take 2 seconds. You see it?
200 votes. I need to drop the link. I need one member of the jury to come up to read the verdict. Man, y'all did a hell of a job, man. And y'all look dapper.
Thank you, everybody, too. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I want to thank my co-counsel. Fantastic. Fucking wonderful job, bro. Great closing argument.
Stop cursing my fucking courtroom, bro.
Aaron, you did a great job as well. If you had a better counsel, you would have been closer than.
Should have been a mistrial. They kept on interrupting. Like cussing at the judge and shit.
Hey, y'all stop cursing in the motherfucking courtroom, man. Jesus. Aaron, you better breathe.
He's talking. I don't think he understands that. Going forward, I speak to men, not males. I have a picture of him crying, looking like a Doberman. I have a picture of him
drop
being addressed to me.
Tip again for me.
So, as far, do you have the money? Put your money where the mouth is. Not be quiet. How can you talk to my client ever about being married twice and you refuse to go down the aisle? Get married once.
I need one member of the jury to come up, man, and read this verdict. Y'all did a fantastic job. Now you guys go to cursing and name calling, and you wonder why Aaron said this.
Niggas
don't listen to that man.
He's a male, not a man. He's a Doberman. You might as well have cursed.
He looks like the transition between when the Doberman and Snoop, like it's smooth. I see it for him. He's famous. I can appreciate. Hey,
y'all look alike.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Y'all
so
too.
I'm gonna let you live because you cooked for us at the meeting. Excuse me.
Look at look at y'all. Y'all look alike. Real shit. I do. You know what I mean? I look alike. Look. Yeah, we can't get one member to join.
To come up here? The hell?
All you got to do is read the verdict. Where's Fo at? Fo, hit the link, Fo. Damn, man. Oh, perfect.
Perfect.
Not Kasim. Get somebody else.
Yes, my baby. Come on, Kevin. Come on, sir. I love the way he sits. He just be like,
Kasim, what's popping?
What's up, Hamp? You guys, listen. I would tell y'all this was very intriguing. You know, it was good arguments back and forth. So shout out to both the prosecution and the defense. It was better than I expected it to be. You guys both came up with some really, really good arguments, and some really good points on both sides. So it was really, it was a toss up, even for myself. So good job, fantastic, CJ, Tiff, and Aaron. Wow, you guys, y'all did your thing up here today.
You know what I think I want to do? It just popped in my
What's
head.
that?
I think I want to the vote, and then 2 people vote. Man, I'm probably convoluting it too much. No, I'm thinking too much. But the chat would be like 1 vote, and then 2 votes.
Would that
Which
be
I
3?
think.
So
Am I doing too much?
No, because then you have you as
Just
the
say yes
judge.
or no. I'm thinking
Yes.
through it.
No, you're doing great.
No.
Nah, just let the chat decide.
Yeah, it's too much because then you like. So what are you gonna
then
do?
they gotta think on the spot. Like, no.
I find it odd that the
Take the
losers want
fun.
you to do that. You did realize
it's a
both losers
gamble.
want that to happen.
I'm trying to do
you don't
too
know
much.
who's gonna get up here. You don't know who's for or against. So yeah.
Yeah, I felt, and I'm saying felt like I was doing too much when I said it. Do you see the vote, Kasim?
No, I don't see it.
Okay, I'll put it in the back. You can't see anything?
It's in the back?
No, I'll put it in the private chat. All right. In the private chat?
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
2.
56 to 44%. That's a tight vote, especially like this type of Man. All right. Foreman of the jury. What were the findings of you and your constituents, sir?
We, the jury of the chat, we find the defendant, William Playboy Williams, guilty of being a simp.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Perfect.
Wow.
Your Honor, I would like to say we would not ask for the maximum sentence.
Hold on, let me get to that part. God damn it. Mr. Williams done went down, man. Hold on. How do I do this? Let me see. Hold on. Mr. Williams done went down. Okay, Mr. Williams. Before we give you your sentencing, prosecution, do you have any recommendations for sentencing?
No, yes, I do. We do ask for maximum sentencing, Your Honor.
Jesus Christ. So symmetry in perpetuity?
Correct, Your Honor.
And he cannot come on panels unless women are on there because there will be nobody to simp for. Is that it?
Correct, Your Honor.
Well, Your Honor, we have a heart again. Like you say, me and the co-prosecution have considered that symmetry is a disease, and we do want him to get help. And the best way he would get help is to be around men. So we wouldn't, fully. We'll work around that. But yeah, because he definitely needs to be around non-simp men, so that he gets a cure for his disease. So we'll make it lifetime. We'll I don't know. We'll talk with the defense and we'll come back for sentencing. Later at a later date. We don't have to do sentencing today, Your Honor.
Okay. Defense. Anything you want to speak for your client?
I'd like to confer with my co-counsel for 2 minutes, if you don't mind, Your Honor.
So you want to call recess right now for 2 minutes?
Just 2 minutes.
I'm also going to allow your client, if you guys want him to, speak up for himself before his sentencing. Would you like to do that now or after you guys confer?
Yeah, we can do that now.
Mr. Williams, what do you have to say for yourself before you are sentenced?
Well, thanks to the jury, the judge, and everybody that's watching. Me personally, I know I'm not a simp. I know that I give respect to the women in this community, and I know it rubs people the wrong way because I don't belittle them. I'm always going to stand up for Black women. That's what we are supposed to do as men. That's what I have always been taught to do, is to protect our Black women. I will not stop doing that. I don't care how anybody else feels about it, but I don't go on these panels to get any favor with women. I just make sure that I give them their respect so then they can follow by our actions. So that's all I have to say. And the fact that I'm proud that I'm raising my niece.
Your Honor, can I give one recommendation? We would like for the defendant.
No, did y'all just talk? I thought y'all was talking about it.
Well, we came to a conclusion.
All right, what's your recommendation?
We would like for the defendant to change his name from Mr. Playboy Williams to William Simp Williams.
Okay. All right. Would you guys like to discuss still, defense counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, but are you seriously considering that last recommendation? I thought the recommendation had moved over to the defense. I thought their recommendations to be considered were already closed, because then that would change the direction of our recommendation.
Yeah. So what they actually said was that they were going to wait. We didn't have to do sentencing today specifically. They were going to confer. Exactly. It seems that they conversed and now have given their recommendation.
How can they add another stipulation after it was already said?
There's no stipulation. They actually rolled back less than what it was. They actually rolled back significantly what the maximum sentence could be. Now you can still receive the maximum sentence, but their recommendation is for your name to be William, not William Playboy Williams, but William Simp Williams.
I want an appeal.
And for how long?
For how long is your guys' recommendation?
We'll do what? 30 days.
30 days. Okay.
I concur, Your Honor.
Okay.
Co-counsel? Yeah, we need 1 minute.
Yes.
Whoa. If the defense does anything other than take this deal, listen, we'll go back to the original. Like I said. So hey,
all right. Well, let's do this. How about this?
This is wishy-washy.
We're going to go into chambers. I'm going to go get a couple snacks. You four converse about it. When we come back, I expect you guys to have a level of mutual agreement. Now, I may still sentence how I feel necessary because this isn't a plea. You understand? Plea is already over with, right? That opportunity is lost. So now you guys are in conference to see. I'm slightly surprised by the prosecution, to be honest. But this is a great opportunity.
Yeah, we're having a heart right now that we don't have to have. So yeah, we're giving a fine.
Having the heart that your defendant.
Can I talk to my co-counsel? Are we appealing this, right?
Yes. Most
Okay.
definitely.
All right. Yeah, we're appealing.
So you're not going
to. You're going to appeal, but that means you're going to accept the sentence being given today. I mean, appeal is after the sentencing is had. The guilty verdict has been handed down. So regardless or not, he's guilty.
He's guilty.
So what we're trying to do for you guys, okay, is give him a much lesser deal. Now, if you want to, and you guys are talking about appealing this and all these different things, we went from a life sentence to 30 days, sir. That's more than fair.
And counsel TWR, I highly recommend you take the lead in this case and do not listen to your co-counsel.
That's another
he's
one.
Gonna lead you down.
You guys aren't going to win this appeal. You know it. You know this appeal is. It just we know it's just it's standard, but you guys aren't going to get this overturned. So I would strongly suggest, okay, you just take the 30 days of Playboy Simp Williams, and hey, let's move on with our lives.
Minus the Playboy, of course.
Oh well, yeah.
So the fact that they would like to settle, and we were not able to go over our records together. I trust you as the lead attorney on what you want to do, but I do believe that a mistrial is valid. I think that they presented information that did not have anything to do with being a simp. Again, we've had and saw lots of bad behavior from both attorneys. It is what it is, but wherever you feel like it's best, I'm willing to go with TWR and Associates.
I have to go grab my charger real quick, counselor. I'll be.
Yeah, well, first off, a mistrial isn't possible after a guilty verdict has been handed down. Mistrial would be something that happened, during the trial before any type of guilty or not guilty verdict was decided. So, you need to tighten up on your law degree there.
You're
first
right.
and foremost.
Well, I was trying
Now-
to tighten up. I didn't get to talk about the Frederick Douglass, but I do like the suit and all that and the purple tie. That's
Well,
nice.
again,
But,
I know. Listen, it's hard to come about a 40-plus-year-old man with a full head of hair nowadays and a great hairline. I know.
I can't do the fader. You're absolutely right. I have to give it to you.
No,
It's a
no,
lot of
no.
women that don't have the hairline that you have, so I'm not gonna.
Or the hair. But yeah, so what are we doing here? For the TWR?
Your Honor,
What are we-
TWR and Associates and co-counsel would like to appeal.
Okay, so during the course of an appeal, he will be remanded. His crimes are egregious enough that he will not be able to walk free. His name will, on This Might Be Risky, will be Williams Simp Williams for the duration until his appeal is heard.
And if the appeal is not successful, this would be considered time served, Your Honor?
This will be considered time served, but he's going to be sentenced, right? And if the verdict is indeed not overturned, you understand the sentencing is much more harsh in that case. Because frankly, what will be happening, unless you can provide different evidence, you have essentially wasted the time of the court and resources. So,
Tiff, what is your confidence level?
Please make sure you deliberate over this carefully.
What is your confidence level?
I feel that there's enough information to prove that he is not a simp, and also being brought up on trumped up charges from two evildoers, lovers of men.
All right, we're gonna rescind our decision.
Whoa, hold on, Your Honor. Now
Did you hear what I said, Counselor? I said we're going to rescind our decision to appeal.
All right. So yeah, so
down,
Your Honor, being that they agree with the terms, Your Honor, we're as my co-counsel stated, Williams will be the sentencing for 30 days. And on This Might Be Risky, and I think that's more than sufficient. Then a life sentence and banning of any panels with no women on them.
Yes. Okay. 30 days. Simp Williams, and what panels can he or can he not attend, or is it just a name for 30 days?
The name for 30 days on all panels.
Well, we can't control.
Weekends don't count. So this will be only working days of this might be risky. For those that don't know, that's Monday through Wednesday and Friday. There are no shows on Thursday. So those 30 days will run consecutively
on working days only.
Yes, working days only. Thank you. Thank you,
Your Honor,
for that.
Only on the This Might Be Risky show.
Your Honor, I must depart from the court to my office. I'll return in about a half hour.
Goddamn counsel leaving.
I have to agree. I don't need 30 minutes, but I think right now, Judge, are you good with where we are, the 30 days, the reduced?
Why is it only business days though? Why can't I just do a flat out 30 though? I think that's
defendant.
So
Black
you wanna
man,
do two
brother.
for
We're
one?
looking, brother. We're looking out for you, brother.
Judge,
Okay,
what I hear him saying is he wants to do two for one.
Hold on, defense. Be quiet.
I enjoy that kind of
Listen,
plea, 2 for 1.
Brother, we went from a life sentence to 30 days.
Just a name change.
I'll take it. I'll respect it.
And the way Tiff attacked our character in the beginning.
I'll take it. You cussed at the judge in the chambers.
I didn't attack you, sir. I only used your evidence against
Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir.
It seems they came to a deal, which is decently lenient. What do you have to say for yourself, sir?
I'm not a simp. I don't care, but I accept my punishment. as a man.
Have you changed your ways at all from the findings of the court?
Hell no.
This is your opportunity to get a lighter sentence, Mr. Williams. You were found guilty. Is there any credence to that?
No, because originally I thought it was about what goes on the panels when it came to the women being attacked and me defending them and standing up for them, and none of that evidence was produced. None of that. So I'll take my punishment, though. I accept it as a man.
That's a black king right there. That's a black king.
Your Honor, if you would kindly implement the punishment at the current time.
Okay,
That's
Mr.
not
Williams.
what we agreed upon.
It is the findings of the court that you are indeed guilty of being a simp. Your counsel did a pretty good job of representing you, I must say. I think that the opposing counsel, the prosecution, agrees to that, which is why the sentencing from the max to a very lenient sentencing is being proposed at this time. The court will align with that sentencing. It'll start today for 30 days. But what the court will do is the shows will be the count. So it'll be 30 shows. So if This Might Be Risky does an impromptu show, that'll count. We have the 2 shows on Tuesday, so that'll be 2, if that makes sense. So through the week, it'll be Monday 1, Tuesday, that's 3, right? Wednesday night 4, so you'll get 5. So it'll essentially be 6 weeks. Am my math right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Unless we do an impromptu show, which I do from time to time, and that'll knock off another one, even if I don't see you.
Your Honor, we only ask that since the client does not participate in any of the weekend workout shows, that those not be counted.
We'd like to object to that. This goes back to the argument we didn't get to prove that they are unkind.
Your Honor, either he shows up and he works out or it doesn't count. He either works out or it doesn't count.
Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Williams, if we're doing the workout on the weekend, I know you can't jump in things, but if you're not doing your walk and those half-ass push-ups you do, those weekend shows won't count.
I was about to ask that.
So wait, Mr. William, because we already have, I don't want to put the judge medical condition out there. I'll just say that we know he's waiting for a procedure. We understand that you've had a leg injury, so we want to ensure that we're keeping both of you black men safe. So maybe we can agree to something else.
We already have an agreement for that. He walks.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine.
So now his walking along with his half-ass push-ups, that'll be 6 shows if he shows up for that one.
Okay.
So that'll knock it down to what, 5 weeks or so.
Mm-hmm.
And if any impromptu shows.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mr. Williams, your sentence is 30 shows of This Might Be Risky, where your name will be William Simp Williams for that duration.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Hey, are you going to change his name right now?
Yes.
That was fun.
You know what? As a member of the chat and the jury, I think you guys made a wise decision, because I don't think, even if you guys would have appealed it, I don't think you would have gotten a innocent verdict on this particular show. I don't think so.
But
it's okay. I understand that you're biased. Y'all just don't. And Kasim, I know you're on our side. I know you're on our side.
No, Kasim. No, here's the thing. Kasim was watching. Initially, at first, he disagreed with
both did great.
No, listen. Right. I think Tiff, I think that's the thing you got to work on. But he initially said when I think one of them opened up, he wasn't impressed by the opening argument. Oh, CJ's.
No, when CJ, yeah, he opened the
was a
argument
hater,
was weak.
You know that was a good ass.
No, it wasn't CJ. It was not. It was not. You know, I think if they would have drilled more upon the actual definition of a simp, if they would have just hammered that home more, I think they would have swayed a lot of more people. I think it skewed away from that. And Aaron did a good job in the closing arguments of hammering what that definition is and sticking to that point. I think, Tiff, if you'd have stuck with that definition and not veered off, you know, with some character references and some jabs at the prosecution, I think that kind of watered down your argument a little bit. So I think it's important for you to just stick to the facts, stick to the point. And if you'd have stuck that definition, y'all might have swayed some more people.
Yeah,
I understand. I will not allow the petty to get in front of the troops.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was fun, but it didn't help his case.
Not at all. Not at all.
That
Not
was
at all.
funny as hell though, but it didn't help him at all.
Yeah. We definitely
No, but
live on defense with all your little jokes. You lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think CJ got him though. CJ got him when they played that video when he was double talking. You know, when he was talking about the engagement, how long it was. I think CJ had him in that headlock on that one. He was cornered. He couldn't go anywhere, which really was a big damage to his credibility. That's when got me looking like, oh shit, like the credibility's a little bit shaky now.
He asked that question like 10 times, dude, in a real court.
You know what? But Mr. Williams is crazy. Aaron finally objected, but they let him ask you like
yes
4 or 5 times. It's like now by the time they object, now I gotta be like, well, shit, you let him ask him 7 times already. Damn, there was another thing Kasim said that I saw. It was that footage that Mr. Fantastic had was trash.
Yeah, that was horrible. Fantastic. That was horrible.
Yeah, it had a message, but it was like it rewound and then his lips wasn't matching. Then it had an echo. They should have challenged the authenticity of it.
Yes. Yeah.
It looked like I was like, well, what the fuck?
When you ever see somebody actually have a clip, it's usually you just go to the YouTube. You know,
he didn't do timestamps. He sent me clips from his phone, so that's why it was all.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I would have challenged it because it was a clip from a phone.
Everything I had said Aaron at first was wrong, but I had a witness list. I had every damn thing. Like I had all kind of shit.
I didn't even bring my witness up, feel me. We really would have killed your ass.
Oh no, we would have killed you because hey, just episodes with you and
I told my witness, hey, witness, go chill, bro. We don't need you right now.
Oh, CJ, your ass can't do shit.
No, but serious on the real CJ, on the real CJ, your closing argument, your closing statement was garbage, but you came through, man. When you was asking those questions about his character, you had me there. You got me.
Yeah, my closing statement was trash, but my opening statement was good, and Fantastic helped me with his closing statement. His Fantastic closing statement was so good.
Why y'all always beefing?
I had to good opening statement. Let me finish my statement, my simp.
Chump, it was fantastic. Yeah,
yo, CJ, could you, if they made an allegation to Mr. Fantastic saying that he strongly dislikes women, could you defend him?
Of course,
I think I could.
You could.
My damn. Hold on. I don't need. Listen,
you have to, Mr. Fantastic. Hey, you know what's so funny? Imagine
represent myself.
Imagine Mr. Fantastic trying to not defend himself in that chair.
Because I think it might have taken me 20 minutes. I have more screens. I had to go in and CJ's. Just on your things alone. That's not any other platform, let alone your platform. Because you did have one up there that says nagging men.
And she didn't have no video on me, just a video of me fighting Jay.
That's not true. I did have video on you. I just
but me fighting Jays. I don't know what that was.
Nah, I had you on the debate. No, I had someone with you on the debate.
Mr. Fantastic, they forget you've been doing this for a long time. You've been doing a lot of shows. You got so much stuff to pull from. Like
tea leaves, really?
Yeah, he go just as hard
Bruh.
pause on he go just as hard on dudes as pause as he does on the women. So it's like, yeah, like
The fact
nah.
that you had to say pause, so you know that your argument didn't stand a chance in the world.
That's
Okay.
not why he
No,
said
but Simp,
pause. They just be saying anything. Like, what the hell are you talking about? That's why y'all lost the case. If it was Aaron and somebody else, if Aaron had a better co-counsel, they would have stood a chance. Your ass with that dumbass costume, you ruined your whole case. You ruined your case, feel me? Mr. Williams, blame Tiff for why your name is Simp right now.
damn. But he right though.
Nah, Mr. I'll say this before because I'm about to get off here in a little bit, but I'll say
That's
this, Mr.
crazy.
Williams. You know, we rock with you, bro, overall because this is all fun. I enjoyed this. It's highly entertaining.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
fun.
think the one of the things that you said that kind of, the men kind of raise an eyebrow to when we hear you speak was the comment about you're going to protect black women, right? And I think that we all understand that there's a certain level of protection that women will have, right? But that can't be you can't defend the indefensible sometimes. Like sometimes it might just be better to just kind of bow out of that situation. What happens sometimes in our conversation is that it's the whataboutisms. So if we're saying something about the women, you'll come behind or come and make a point to say, well, the men do it too, or what about the men though? And it's like it
No,
kind of you say
Chile.
you don't do that.
Let him
No,
finish,
I don't
Mr.
say. I
Williams.
don't
You
say what
always
about the men. I know I don't, CJ. And see, that's where me and CJ. The whole reason for this is because we bump heads. No, my whole thing is if we're always talking about men are leaders, then guess what we should do? We should be leading. We shouldn't, for one, interrupt a woman when she's in mid-sentence because we didn't like the first 2 or 3 words. And
You just did that to T
hold
Leaves.
up,
You
CJ,
just did
hold
that to
up.
T
And
Leaves. He was in the
then
middle of a
call them
sentence and you
bitches and
interrupted him,
hoes
bro.
call them bitches and
I
hoes and
got it,
expect
CJ.
for
I
them
got it.
to give us respect. That's my whole thing.
CJ, I got it, bro.
But my
I got
whole
it.
thing is if you get mad at a woman, because you see what the men do to the men. As soon as they don't like something, it's ad hominem, or you're broke, or you're this. But we do that shit to the women. We don't even give the women grace. We'll start calling them bitches and hoes and interrupt them.
Do
Look,
not let Simp
I'm
Williams
gonna
go
tell
on
you,
his
hold up. I'm gonna
diatribe.
give you one
You've been
example
found
and you
guilty,
tell me if
sir.
I'm wrong. Hold up. The
You've
women's
been found
POV, for
guilty.
example.
You
If it's
CJ, I
the
got it.
women's
I got
POV,
you.
hold up. If it's the women's POV, how is it toward the end of most nights when the panels are open, why are all the women leaving and it's the woman's POV? Make that make sense to me.
Because they don't want to be
It's
fucking
a
challenged. And then
woman's
hold on.
point of view.
Hold on. I got the question. So the problem with that shit, bro, and again, that's why I don't fuck with it because they use it as an excuse. They don't want to be fucking challenged. It's the women's POV, and rightfully so, right? But if a man comes up and he has anything to say they don't like, now they on some fucking bullshit. Oh, I don't want to hear this. And you got people being super duper disrespectful, respectful. You know what I mean? They pop the shit off and they expect you not to pop your shit back. So that's why.
But I'm
Again,
talking
and for the
about
most part,
fantastic. Hold up, fantastic. I'm talking about immediately when people come up on their panels, they go disrespectful. As men,
well, I mean,
we shouldn't be. The one thing I can't stand is when a man is arguing with a woman for 35 minutes. I think it's stupid.
Nah, I feel you though. But the problem is, y'all, this is the thing, right? And this is why I disagree with Buddy. Women are not children, bro. We grown as adults, bro. They're women congressmen, right? Or women members of Congress and Senate, right?
Yeah.
What do you know? What the fuck they do? They argue. Literally, like today, Tiff with they're women lawyers. You know what the fuck they do for a living to get paid handsomely?
Yeah, they argue.
So, bro, when we come on these panels, bro, whether you understand this shit or not, this is a debate fucking thing. Even in the POV shit, Tiff had to go through it a couple weeks ago. They jumped her ass. All right, you do not agree. If and when you do or do not fucking agree, you're gonna have a motherfucking conversation. You can't cop out and say, "Oh, men are this and men are that." No, motherfucker, I just simply disagree with you. As long as you keep it respectful, I can keep it respectful. I'm gonna get a couple jabs, a couple jokes in, but it's nothing super duper malicious. And don't act like everybody don't do the same. So that's my only take on it, bro. It's just like, come on, bro.
I mean, I'm not saying that they don't be wrong. We know they be acting wrong. We know that they be cussing, especially just throughout. People, I'm just not willing to do that. I'm not
Nah,
getting. I
please.
don't have to disrespect a woman to get my point across. Is all I'm saying. I don't have to cuss her out and do all of that to get my point across to a woman. I've never had to do that.
So, Mr.
Yeah, but
Williams, you're
most of us
saying
the same. Yeah, most of us the same way though. It only come to that, bro. Like I say, once she take it there. Now, if you and everybody like to say this shit about me, but bro, I don't ever just come on, yo, bitch, hoe, slut, blah, blah, blah. No. Hey, and I usually give you a warning if you get out of pocket. Like, hey, all right, now I done let it slide a couple times. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I don't have to extend that crazy, but bro, it's nothing like I said, how y'all try to make it. At least not over here. Like it's some places where you can't go. You feel me? Women just is not safe. So, but this is definitely not one of the places.
Yeah, and I also think so. At the same time, Simp Playboy or Simp Williams, you have to understand that when you talk about saving black women, especially in this space, they correlate that to a certain type of woman, a certain kind of woman based upon their experiences. And in this space, it's mostly negative experiences. So you got to kind of be aware of that when you say that, because that can trigger a lot of people and turn them off in the wrong way.
See, just make sure you use community.
but
We
I
don't
don't
say
think
the
so.
space. We talk about we're community, but everything that you said is valid. But in this community, not space. And what Fantastic said was correct as well. I don't have pushback for that either. I think both of you are correct. A woman agreeing with y'all got you quiet?
Is that me?
Yeah, no, I mean I heard what everybody's saying. It's just I'm doing the way that I am out here in the earth is how I'm gonna be. I don't have to argue with women. I don't do that shit. I'm not gonna go out of my way to disrespect them. That's not me. It's never been me. I'm raising a little girl right now, and I'll be damned if I do that. I'm gonna teach her the proper way to treat men and how she's supposed to be treated from men. That's my whole point. But I'm gonna stay on black men's neck because I want us to do well. And if we're gonna be the leaders that we claim we are, we have to show that discernment. Throwing jokes and shit, I'm cool with that. I love that. But I will come at a black man when I feel like you going overboard. That's just what it is for me. I'm not gonna. Hey, I made it this long in my life, dude.
No, I think it's appreciated.
So in my opinion, so for me, right? Can you? I want to say give us an example, but like, because I think in the experiences that we've had with you, like, it's not about you going at somebody that's going overboard, because I don't think that happens on this channel here, right? So if you're saying that you're like all we're doing is making arguments, we're making our making an argument, and you have to either defend it or support it or defend it, depending on who's asking or who's who's asking or who's looking at the question. So are you saying that is majority of the time when you're in these on the panels with us, where there's women on there, you're saying I have to go into protection mode for women because that's what the men do? They go overboard.
No.
They just go at the women that
No, it's minority of the time, T. Lee. No, I can't say it's majority of the time. No, it's minority of the time.
I think Mr. Willard, he was trying to switch. I'm sorry. Go ahead, T. Lee. I'm sorry.
Nah, that's all I was saying. The only point that we were making was that when we're having the conversation, when there is women on This Might Be Risky, right? And they're either talking about displaying or going in on certain, or they're speaking on certain behaviors that men don't agree with, and we challenge them on it. There is some level of pushback that you give that we feel, or I'll say feel, but we believe that is unwarranted.
Name
So
something.
that's what I'll say there.
Name something that you
I
feel like I've done that on.
I definitely have to do the research, because I'm not as invested in the topic as most people I think is, but I'm just talking about what I've seen, so, but hold me to it. I'll make sure I find something. I got you.
Yeah. But I mean, a lot of things, especially when I push back, is just common sense shit. I mean, I've actually literally seen a man, and I got asked a question, and he still holds a grudge to this day because, like I said, you being condescending. And if you're smart enough to understand it, you know what condescending is. You know how people have different behaviors of being rude? Things that we were taught when we were kids, being courteous and respectful. We know that. Those are the things that I go at. But when you call a woman out of her name and you call her a bitch or a hoe, yeah, I got a problem with that. That's my whole kid. I'm talking about the verbiage, the language. Do you really have to clown a woman to get her attention? Or is there another way? Do you have to cuss her out to get her attention?
So I have a question. Do you feel like when you do that, like when you have that stance, do you think that most men agree or disagree with you? Sorry, majority of men agree or disagree with you in that stance?
Are you talking about in this community? Or are you talking about out in the world?
Yeah, well, yeah, for us. Yeah, for us.
I think majority would disagree with me because majority are pretending to be red pill. To be honest, if you asking my opinion, you were red pill, correct? Wasn't you learning your ideology for red pill? Even CJ, that's what he's taking on right now. That's what he's doing. And he's been doing that for about 3 or 4 months. Being negative toward the women, all of that. He's quick to call a woman stupid. Do you really have to call a woman stupid or just let her show her stupidity? Do you have to say anything or you just want to? That's my
well, hold on. Hey, CJ, let me hold on. Hold on. Is my audio messing up? Can y'all hear me?
Good. You good?
A little bit, yeah.
Am I good?
Yeah.
It's a little bit. Okay. Damn. I wanted to respond. But,
It sounds good. Sounds good.
So oh, it's good. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I've seen from CJ is that he doesn't go out there and throw the first stone, especially with people he don't know. From what I've seen on the shows, like
what
the people that he the people that he go at is the people that he's either built some type of rapport with or he see them going at him, right? So most of the time he's just responding. I don't see CJ just being on some like calling people out for no reason. Like,
do you pay attention?
We're talking about.
Do you really pay attention to CJ for real? Because I know he's your partner, but CJ's full of shit. He starts a lot of shit.
Well,
he starts
when he comes.
Hey, this nigga's
you
lying,
can look
bro.
in the chat when shows start. You can just see what CJ says in the chat, but don't sit there and act like that's not your partner.
Hold on, but hold on.
He won't even be on the panel and we'll put in the comments.
Come on,
Tip
T.
ever
Lees.
step
Look,
up, like,
you
stop.
and Devin are starting to do too much now because y'all cool with CJ and y'all not gonna tell the truth about your friends.
Yeah,
If you're a
let
real
somebody
friend,
respond.
tell the truth.
Well,
if you're a real friend, tell the truth.
Hold on, but hold on,
the truth.
But
come on now.
Well,
CJ
then let's ask
day.
Tiff, right? Let's use Tiff or or a woman
Callie.
on the panel.
I go Callie right there. Ask her.
Okay. I'm about to ask them, right? Tiff or Callie, one of you. When y'all first started interacting with CJ, was he disrespectful, calling y'all whatever, calling y'all dumb, stupid, whatever? Like, do y'all recall those things?
Yeah, nigga, what the fuck?
Oh my God, Callie.
How y'all doing?
Hey, Callie. So if you go down his timeline, initially the sentiment would be no. It probably took him about 2 months to get warmed up and comfortable, right? I think once he started to get warmed up and started to learn the women's ideologies, because it's different when you're actually interacting and you're asking questions that you think you'll get a answer that is feasible, and then when those answers don't come based on your ideology, then you start to have the back and forth, right? I think the rapport comes, so then you see a little bit more of his personality. But initially he was a little bit, subdued, just because people just trying to learn the ropes for the most part.
That's all I'm saying. For people on here, just we come in chill, but then once, like I said, I'm not excusing anything. I'm just trying to I'm trying to present the point that in the beginning these conversations do start. Okay,
you
go
have
ahead.
a kingship with CJ because you troll just like CJ. Y'all, you know how they say we see each other. Y'all both be up in that chat acting a fool. And once I finally realized that, we in here trolling, we can go back and forth and joke, but in the chat, y'all be chatting.
Tiff, I said I love your glasses. I said it, and I put a heart emoji. I put a heart emoji.
I got enough love for you, but y'all don't be in the
No, you
Y'all
gotta leave
send
the chat in the chat. You gotta leave the chat in the chat though. I don't know CJ for what he say in the chat versus what he come up on the panel. I go off what CJ it says about me while I'm up here. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck that chat shit. I troll in the goddamn chat.
And what I say about you when you up here, Callie?
You say I'm stupid.
No, I
That's
don't.
just
I
dumb.
know I'm not, Callie. I say you
Just
always
doing
had that
so.
little attitude.
I mean, that's what you do.
The
I
people
mean,
who
this ain't child of CJ. I just came up here to say that Tea Leaves is capping. That's all. I'm eating my food.
Always got
Love,
that's that Cali love.
Look, and him said I can't do drive-bys no more. So that's why I'm still here. Or else I would have been left.
Let me tell you, first of all,
I'm going to go wait. I'm going to get off work. I'll see y'all when I get home.
All right,
Are you eating lo mein?
I don't say Kylie is stupid. I say she be having that attitude a lot. She always had a little fake face.
Did you ever shut up?
Do you
Shut up.
All right, that's it. All I'm gonna say.
Bye.
Nah, but CJ cool though. That's my little brother.
Hey,
Yeah,
D-Town,
he's just an asshole. That's all. He's just an asshole. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all did a good job. Fantastic, CJ. Y'all did a good job.
Now how you gonna tell them they did a good job, but you told the lawyers we did a good job? Ain't that right?
Williams was
Miss, if I was about to tell you did a good job as well, you were in earned.
Nah, he was over. Hey, Mr. Williams.
Did I get a prosecution? They props first. They did win. So.
He was over there shitting bricks.
Right, y'all did an awesome job.
Like, hey, is she gonna?
I didn't know about the plea deal.
Is she defending me or is she defending me? I didn't know about the plea deal though
at all. I didn't know that y'all had a plea deal.
CJ, you didn't know I had all that evidence on you though, did you? What'd you think when you saw your name and stuff on the slide? You and Fantastic.
Your evidence was trash.
I'm saying, how you can put evidence on CJ? He not on trial. He wanted a prosecution.
That evidence was trash.
You can't put him on trial.
So Tiff, let me ask you.
That said, you bumping your gums to goddamn guilty verdict. Be quiet. Why?
Mr. Williams was over there shaking every time. Every time Tiff said, "I got more evidence," Mr. Williams was like, "Damn, she got more. Damn it."
So Tiff, let me ask you a question really quick because I got to go in a sec. Can you name 4 different things that you would change if you had an opportunity to do it over again?
I'd like to
4 things.
Yeah. Question my witness better. Have more sticky evidence. Be less abrasive or interrupt, and then more concise with the words.
Could you give me an example of how you would rephrase something with one of your critiques you just did?
So in presenting the position of they may have a predisposition of not really liking women, therefore they feel like somebody that likes women is a simp, just kind of putting it out there, not adding 10 on 20, not putting my personal feelings versus just like kind of showing a pattern of behavior.
So do you think it's kind of difficult for you to put your personal feelings in and separating that from what the facts are?
Yes, I think, yeah. I personalize, and that's not always on par.
That's what's up. All right, Aaron, same question to you, my friend. If you had a chance to do this over again, and you guys happen to win, the appeal, and you were back at it again, what 4 things would you change from this last particular trial?
First, I'd be President Discovery. I walked into this with absolutely no contact with the client, no contact with the co-counsel, no contact with the prosecution. I had no idea about any plea deals. I walked into this with a blank legal pad and a fountain pen full of ink. And an understanding of the title. All I did was look in Merriam-Webster's, the definition of simp. That's what I was armed with. So I'd be President Discovery. The second thing I would do is be a little less forgiving or have a little less grace for the opponent and realize that they're gonna play to win. And there has to be truth in the statement. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. See, that's not me, and it never has been me, right? I always approach competition as a competition because I separate it from combat. Combat is where there's no rules, where play to win is to the death because your life is on the line. But in competition, I tend to have a little bit more integrity, but I can't expect that from others. So I should be more quick to object. Like, for example, what DJ Hamp said about that clip being presented as evidence. I didn't even, you know what I mean? Like I'm taking for granted the fact that I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that he is solid. You know what I mean? He's not going to present something that's fugazi or, fraudulent, right? I'm expecting him to argue honestly and fairly, as am I. But that's a poor expectation. I absolutely should challenge those things. The third thing I would do is develop a plan with my co-counsel after discovery and understand what her strategy is, and that's why I let her go first, because I know, look, when you're running a race, you put the fast man at anchor. So I wanted to see what she's got. No offense to you, Tiff, but I just wanted to see what she's going to present, what she's going to do, because I'm more comfortable with seeing it all out in front of me and then knowing what to clean up. And I want the prosecution to go berserk as well. Let's see how big a mess you folks can make, and I'll back cleanup. Going first kind of puts you in a precarious situation, right? It puts you in a losing situation. But so I would still take that position, but I would have had a much tighter relationship with whatever her strategy was. Because again, I was building that plane as it's taking off. I'm watching it unfold and trying to figure out what the strategy is. And that's why I had to call for recesses to confer with my counsel. Like, what are you doing? The fourth and final thing I think would be to cross a little bit more effectively. And that really would have happened if I was present at discovery because my note taking would have been more efficient. I'm just taking notes on questions that the prosecution's asking and then just taking each one and blowing them out of the water. But if I had some information at discovery, I think I would have been more efficient at cross-examining my client and effectively would have poked more holes in the prosecution. But I do feel I've poked them. The prosecution I poked full of holes, make no mistake. But I think cross-examining my client would have led to drilling down to the definition of SIMP and showcasing the fact that events that are strictly defined by the word SIMP simply don't happen, and they can paint as many pictures as they want. But what they did was they led toward the bias of the crowd. They won the mob. And when you win the mob, you win the contest, right? That's what it is. That's what a jury is. They appealed to the jury.
Fantastic. Are you okay? Are you sleep? Are you tired? Fantastic. You good?
He's in the middle of talking, Tiff.
Oh.
No,
Yeah, and Aaron had a really good thing going, Tiff, and you just did Tiff. You know what, Aaron? I appreciate the perspective. You know what I'm saying? From when you guys were going on, I didn't assume that you guys were connected on the same page. It was a really big disconnect between what Tiff was saying and then what you were saying. But when you took that recess, I noticed that there was more harmony and a more of a battle plan of what you guys wanted to do. So I appreciate all your feedback, man.
And I appreciate Aaron too. He's a very intelligent brother.
Yeah.
And you did a good job on your defense, feel me? If you had a better co-counsel, you would have did better.
Hey, this was CJ though. During the questioning, so you said you bought the beer at 11 o'clock. That was you, like the whole time. I was in the car rolling. That was you. No, wait, what? So you said you bought the beer at 10:30, right? You know you done fucked up, don't you?
Yeah, he did hit him with the.
I knew I had his ass, Callie. Feel me?
And that's another thing. If I'd have had time with the client before, I could have warned him to tactics like that. Like he wouldn't have gotten tripped up with the whole relationship piece. Because all you got to do is just drill down on the fact that in the court of law, single means single. So it doesn't, it's all that, when he said he was single and not single, None of that means anything. But that's the kind of tactic they're going to use to get your psyche scrambled, tripped over your own words. You have to understand what these words actually mean in the court of law. And then when you do that, you understand you may not necessarily find the need to get tripped over your own words. It doesn't mean anything.
Look, and then when you said we'll let time tell about the representative, I'm like, no, ain't no 20-year representative. Stop.
No, I wasn't talking about a representative. No, I wasn't talking
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't.
No, because the question was about the question was about how do you know this ain't your representative? Like your current girl right now was not a representative like the other ones were. And you was like, I guess time will tell. And I'm like, no, nigga, you're supposed to say ain't no such thing as no 20-year representative. You say you don't check for 20 years, right?
Yeah, but I know.
Yeah, you should have said that.
With this shit, though.
I was like, no, Playboy, no.
Well, yeah, I mean, and the opportunity was still seized. I leaned in on that, you know what I mean? Like, and they were saying that, you know, how can you propose to vet this woman? And I'm like, he's known her for 20 years. What do you mean?
She saw his case falling apart in front of her very eyes. She was like, he getting his ass whooped. She was rooting for you, though. It's not Playboy no more either, Callie. It's SIMP.
Whatever.
See,
I know who I am.
Now I'm going to have to call him Mr. Williams.
Mr. Williams or SIMP Williams. No Playboy in his name for the whole month. That was me.
No, that ain't that ain't true. That's just my title underneath.
No, well, that ain't your title no more.
You can't tell anybody
Williams, SIMP Williams.
No, that was not the stipulations. That was just what I am supposed to be right there. People can still call me by my name. Y'all never said that stipulation. Come on now. I'll listen to my verdict, sir. I can still be called
Williams, SIMP Williams.
Mr. Williams, and I can still be called Playboy. And on the panels, I'm just Williams, SIMP Williams underneath.
Don't
try that one.
Call him SIMP Williams.
Don't try that one. See, that court shit's over now, CJ. You know you're gonna lose every fucking debate with me. Don't play with me.
Let me read these real quick. Callie with the $2 said the music has me hollering. Homeboy with the $10 says he's not a simp because he's not looking for anything from the women on the panel. And in relationships, a simp would stay and take abuse until the woman leaves. Good job, y'all.
Exactly.
Aaron with the $2 says change his name to Simp Williams for 90 days. T with the £5 says we need for Mr. Williams to snitch and inform on other simps in the community for a lighter sentence. Tezzy with the $5 says the poll was biased. By definition, if you have a standard to leave a woman, that is not a simp. Everyone that voted yes didn't take this seriously. No, I disagree. I think the vote was much closer than you would presume. I think people looked at the evidence. I think they looked at the arguments and did a decent job. Of course, there's bias, you know. Even when you pick in a jury, you try to hope that the people that are picked aren't biased, right? But you can't solve for it all. Big Bad Bull with the $5 says, this too harsh. What really is the crime of being a simp? Can we bribe the judge? Hey, man. I they said 30 days. I changed it to shows, man. Come on. Montel was popping, been a member for 4 months. Salute my G, said this was a damn good show. Mr. Williams, some you win, some you simp. Vet Life with the $5 says my homie Big Aaron needed a better co-counsel to help him. Let's be honest. Vet Life with the $5 says I could defend Fantastic because I've been watching him since 2018. That man don't hate women, he hate dumb ass niggas, male or female. I'll leave it to $5. So William officially a simp till he appeal indefinitely, right? Nope. They gave him a lighter sentence. He is essentially named William Simp Williams for 30. This might be risky shows. Matreon with a 20 ball.
Wow.
Says Mr. Williams Simp Williams, you've been on the earth long enough to know common sense is not common. That Life with the $5 says stop lying about the fellas calling women bitches or hoes. That rarely happens over here. Majority of the fellas don't behave like that. Fuck out of here. Jay Miller with the $2. Did Tiff throw shots at CJ today unprovoked? Sway with the $2 says next case ellipsis. CJ is in his red pill rage phase. That might actually be a good guy's case, to be honest. That might be a good fucking case. I ain't gonna hold you. Damn, Mr. Fantastic, would you defend him in that case? Can't hear you.
Call in what case?
This one for CJ.
CJ is in his red pill rage. Of course. I'm undefeated, baby. Hey, I ain't lost a case yet. I'm undefeated.
That's gonna be an easy case to defend too.
You lost the conversation. I mean,
Judah Shalom.
what'd you say, Kenny?
My brother Judah with the $10 says, quote unquote, at quote unquote Simp Williams. How can we get the men and women of our community on the same page if the correction is one-sided? We have to hold the whole community accountable equally for bad behavior. Pound change. Oh, that's the one I want. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Damn, man, that was fun. That was good. That was good. Oh man, who wanted to say something? Jalen, you wanted to say something?
Nope.
Huh?
No.
Have you spoken already? I was doing something else.
Mm-mm.
So what? It's a broadcast.
Consider me folded it.
Just hit the
Man,
link.
you gotta throw a shot at foe. Why you gotta throw a shot at foe?
That's not a shot at foe.
Joseph, what's popping?
Nothing much.
What you got, man?
Nothing. I got a bone to pick with you, dude.
No,
You said belligerently and vehemently in the past that you would never wear a suit to court for personal reasons. Why the hell are you wearing a suit?
I'm the judge.
So what? They could throw a robe on or something, man.
Yo,
you ain't
I
got a
was trying to
bathrobe.
look. I ain't had no robe. I only had like a white robe with some weird shit. I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? Well, I'm gonna have a robe next time.
Oh,
no, what I said was when I used to have to go to court, I used to hate when niggas used to be dressed up. I'm like, this nigga first time here, bro. Like, you gonna take forever. Let me go first.
All right, well, everybody looking dapper, you know what I'm saying? Even Tiff. I see you, Tiff. You know what I'm saying? You got yourself together. So who is that? Who is that, Callie Beth? That's your son?
That's my youngest son. He
All
wants
right.
to show off his locks because he proud he got a retwist.
Oh, okay. Mazel
Yeah.
tov.
My boy Fresh out here. My boy Fresh.
Yep.
out here.
Yeah, I wish I could grow my joint back, but it's done up for me. It's over for me. But I just came to show my support, and I'm out. I'll see y'all later.
Be safe.
All right.
Damn, man. Yeah, man. Then we're gonna recap it in the Discord. That's not me on Pop the Balloon. You know how many, like 7 or 8 people sent me that shit. Some big ass nigga with these tattoos and shit. They like, Hamp, that I'm like, nigga. I'm like, that nigga is rich.
Hey, that nigga do look like you don't have.
Yeah, nah,
You
bro.
look like
Hey, good shit, y'all. We're gonna recap it in the Discord, man. We here for it's 3 hours. Damn. And then we ain't do no intro, so that's legit 3 hours. So that's what's up, man. That case was dope as hell. Y'all did a fantastic job, man.
Thank you.
I'm in the middle of trying to get something done like similar to this in real life. So y'all, that was like inspirational as hell, man. You know, so salute to the panel, salute to the chat. The chat did a good with that vote. It was tight. That means people was really appreciative of the arguments. Feel me? There's obviously things that aren't procedural that we do, right? Because it would be boring. Unlike Law and Order, court is pretty damn boring.
Yeah.
Like it's not as as demonstrative as y'all may seem, you know. Even like Woody, the reason why the Woody thing is like that, what's his name? The
young thug. He was
the
hilarious.
reason why it's so funny is because that's super rare.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't actually happen, you know. There was a time when I had to go through something and I had to do the go through the process of voir dire. It's a very monotonous process, you know. Like you have to ask certain questions, but you can't ask certain questions in terms of decorum to see who will and will not be a viable juror. One thing we got to stop doing too is ducking jury duty. I think that people have to make sure they're involved so that you can see people get real justice, right? I think we always kind of make a joke about it, like how to get out of it. But I think more of us need to try to be a juror and be objective as possible, but give people that deserve it a fair shot, you know? So that's just one thing.
We can't complain about not having a jury of our peers and our peers ain't going to jury duty.
Yeah. So just something I think about, just going through those different processes and things of that nature, right? Because I think people always have implicit biases, right? You just try to head it off as much as possible, you know? When you standing there and they say your name versus the state of wherever you from, that shit don't feel how you think it feel. That's for damn sure. Marquez with the $5 says, great show, everyone. William is guilty. Good night. Mark is crazy, man. So salute to y'all, man. Yeah, hey, Rainbow, man. Get your gay ass in there and serve, nigga. They need you.
Perfect.
Pause, nigga, pause.
What's on? What the fuck is that? Oh, the serve part?
You literally said get your in there and serve, brother.
Damn, that's my fault.
That's crazy.
My bad. I mean, you the one that said you could eat niggas under the table.
Nigga, that's nothing like get your gay ass in there and serve, brother. You have out motherfucking paused me, nigga.
Tell a friend and find a friend.
Perfect.
Oh, man.
Tell a friend to find a friend.
It was a
Hey,
good show.
man.
Tell a friend to find a friend, and we out.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all crazy as hell.
You wrong for not letting the witness come up and testify, though. That was all right.
Even the motherfuckers like, come on, going too far.
Damn, man. Y'all ain't shit. But y'all did a hell of a job. I'm definitely gonna rewatch this for sure. We're gonna clip this bad boy up, man. Salute to Mr. Williams for being a great sport and actually going through with the verdict. You feel me? I know a lot of people like, I ain't doing that shit. Mr. Williams said, all right, fuck it. It is what it is. Feel me? So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. God willing, I'll see y'all tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central, 12 p.m. Eastern, whatever that is, Pacific. We'll also be able the women's POV Wednesday and Friday, of course. Oh, I was born on this Friday, December 6th. So we're going to have fun, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing, man. Like, share, subscribe, join the Discord. Get your tickets for Atlanta. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out.